Fred, do something!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Give me a moment here. I'm running a little bit late. I do apologize. A case of things running long, taking longer than they needed to, and just needing to scramble on a few notes there. Yes. So long it is like seriously, I held up on one project, could not. Hey, Iceman, how you doing? I'll be you. Woke up late. One project took long. I mean, it was like all I had like all day was like a thing of like Rice Krispies, and it's like well, work ran a little bit long in and of itself, and so this quickly got something delivered. I'm still alive, clearly. I've yet fully determined the mess that what's going to really be on these shelves permanently, but still organizing stuff, still getting things done. I need to check to see if Striker sent me anything real quick because Striker has normally been good for like sending me something topical, but nothing from Striker today. Lily's one today, amazingly enough. Justin Crawford coming through. On the for a walk-off win against the Nationals. I pre-ordered Hades 2, so we will be messing with that when that comes out, or close to it. Making sure certain things are kind of like tangled over here. There you go. Cable management, what is that? What do you mean cable management? Also, it's April Fool's Day, and I am indeed a fool. As we get the old things going here. The multiplayer. A Canadian has joined.
Oh, there we go. I never got the alert. Oh, I noticed it when I looked at my phone.
Oh, this, yeah, first of the month problems.
Of course.
You get the game invite?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Try that again. Seat selection.
That time I came.
So yeah, you're still here. So how satisfied are you with the J so far?
Could have won today, but you know, offense isn't doing much early on, but that's usually the case with the season. A month from now it'll be way too much offense and not enough pitching.
Well, at the very least, you can laugh at Boba shit.
He fell down getting his first hit. Come on.
Yeah, you think the Mets are going to regret putting him at third instead of second?
Yeah. I've said all along that they should have just moved Simeon over and put Bo at second because if he can't make the throw from short, what makes you think he can make it from even further away?
So next up is the solar system.
Alrighty. Got to do that in reverse order. No pedestals. No sides. And no interiors. Just the exterior parts. No rings, nothing. The planet bodies. From sun to the furthest one out.
So the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. What? No
About
Pluto?
time we cleaned Uranus.
Uh,
Yeah, we're stupid
yeah,
and
yeah,
silly.
there is apparently. Yeah, I'm looking at true achievements. The inconsistency with this achievement continues. From the most recent comic,
Yeah.
seems the only cleaning the planets themselves is giving the most success.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. That's what I had to do it. Is just the bodies.
All right.
Woo!
Pain in the ass achievement.
How are the Phillies doing anyway?
And
Without their Bo Bichette.
they won a couple. Like, well, I think that the last two, they should be like 3-2 or something, I believe.
Don't
Yeah,
do that. Oh, okay, sorry.
it's the
On my
Sun.
screen you were spraying down. It's that glitch I keep telling you about. That's like, dude, don't.
You know,
Where'd the ladder go?
for as
Oh,
many
there
times
it
as
is.
that we've been streaming, like streaming, doing
Mm-hmm.
co-op stuff, which is going on like
Mm-hmm.
uh, over 5 years, definitely under the six. This is the
Yeah,
first
6 or
time
7
ever.
weeks.
It's the first time ever hear the Canadian aboot coming from you.
Oh,
Uh,
I did it?
uh, yeah, to at least that to that degree, where it's like, oh, it actually was
Mm.
noticeable.
Huh. Well, sorry.
No, no,
Didn't mean to disappoint.
no, it's like, oh, whoa. Okay.
Let's
I
not
guess
Mama ran over it or anything.
no, it was just you like it was just you in like in a slight panic where it slipped. So it was like, oh,
And my Canadian shows at certain times. According to Dante, well, particularly Phaser, I say a lot.
no more than I do. I'm not even Canadian.
And I even think of it in the sense that, like, everyone's like, oh, you say A after everything, eh? Like, no, we'll say it to try and see the person's reaction. Like, what do you think about that, eh? Oh, I just got your party invite. Cool.
Oh yeah, wanna play?
Alright, this is gonna be finicky and annoying.
Yep, typical day at the office for a PowerWash simulator. I have been working on the Wallace and Gromit stuff for the original, and I have to appreciate one of those things is like little commentary stuff that pops up. Ah, the wash lad has some interesting nozzles. Hey, what do you think? It was like, oh, the wash lad. I thought it was, you know what? I thought that was like a cute little name.
Certainly worse things Wallace and Gromit could have called you.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that show was neat as a kid because it was like the old claymation kind of
Now,
feel.
it certainly has a visual presence to it. About as much as as much as I should probably risk on the bottom side.
Oh dear. Oh, I thought you were gonna make fun of Wallace and Gromit there.
Oh no, it's just like I have very little. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like overall like opinion on the show.
Neither do I. I probably saw it once or twice when I was a kid. But I remember thinking the animation was neat.
Uh, and as always, I have to remember. Okay, which way do I flip? Which one button do I press to flip these things from vertical to horizontal?
Yes. Yeah.
But at least I'm somewhat grateful that this work has been consistent, even if I'm not a big fan of the assignments I've been getting as of late.
Oh dear.
Ones are
Got
basically
you trumped, have you?
oh no, it's actually not political.
Oh
It's
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
one is the annual workers' compensation type study. You got people who say like, I was never hurt. I didn't go on workers' comp. I had to go, okay, did you suffer an injury at work last year? Well, yeah. Did you get it checked out at a medical facility? Yeah, well, guess what? That qualifies. You were an injured worker. So,
Well, people are dumb. That's not country specific, I can confirm that.
now, in the case of the fine people of the state of Pennsylvania, it is mostly the people who in the middle of the state. The people that would vote for Trump.
So Pittsburgh.
Well, funny enough, also Pittsburgh too, and they're on the western side. Well, they can be forgiven because when all you have to root for is the Penguins and the Steelers and the Pirates year after year.
It's not so bad.
Oh, come
Especially
on.
the Steelers. They've been pretty good for ages. I mean, not good enough, but good.
Yeah, as I said, the standard is the standard. 9 and
Yes, that's the
7.
running joke with Benchwarmer Grant. Mike
No,
McCarthy hiring.
9 and 7 Super Bowl, baby.
Well, if anyone can do it. My neighbor used to yell at me when he'd see me. Eat 'em up, Pittsburgh. Eat 'em up.
Speaking of sports, one of my this year's neatly organized shit project for no random reason is every single freaking trading card I happen to find in the house.
Yep. You get a bunch of sleeves, I see.
Yeah. Almost think like enough to cover a 7200 will be enough. Maybe if I double slot them, but who honestly does that?
All
Come
right,
on.
that's one.
No, nobody double slot. Nobody with trading cards puts two cards in one sleeve. No.
Sure.
Oh, you never had trading cards or ever done any card collecting?
Uh, Not since I was little, and when you're little, I don't really feel like it's technically collecting. You just want it because it's shiny.
Well, in this
Right
case,
here,
is
Fred.
we're looking for
Where I am.
a Mercury.
Yeah, where are you? Oh, there you are. I'm afraid to touch this one. Nope, that's the wrong thing. What the hell did it just do? I think it just changed my nozzle.
Okay.
Oops, I keep pressing on.
Okay. Okay. Mercury done. Venus.
That's
You.
two down.
Earth.
Earth isn't.
Here's Venus.
Sure, when I was a kid, I knew all this.
There was some sort of rhyme or something to help memorize it. I remember that being taught in school. I something something Edith married something something. Now, of course, Pluto was involved in it at the time.
Or Pluto. Now he's just a Disney character, I think. You know, now that I've said that, I'm not sure what production Pluto was related to.
No, it's Disney-ish.
My Disney knowledge is pretty weak. Forgive me, Disney fans. There we go.
Earth.
Alright, so do not spray the inside piece here. See how it's cut open?
Yeah, but I'm just like,
Don't spray the moon.
but don't finish the moon.
Oh yes, obviously.
Because collateral spray damage will occur.
Amateur.
That's fucking amateur hour over here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I played Among Us for the first time.
Fun and silly, isn't it? Did you get to
Yeah.
did you get to be the imposter at all?
Yes. I even got a rare achievement for it.
Which one? Oh, cool.
It was the get 3 kills before anyone calls a meeting.
Ah.
I will say the last room I was in, everyone was F this, F that, Martin Luther King this, and it was like, what the heck is happening?
That's Among Us for you. So a bit of a problem there.
What?
That's the Earth, so that counts as the Earth's crust. All right.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Doesn't. I got a suit on, it's fine.
Okay. Where? Oh, just getting some PTSD flashback for the first game, trying to find like a spot on.
Yeah, this might be the most annoying of the things to try to do.
Yeah. Where that freaking where that tiny spot was, literally right on the edge
of glory.
Yeah. You must get our ass to Mars.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is Junior on Mars. It's not a tumor, it's a baby, a Martian baby.
Its hands are sticking out with its head and its face.
No.
That was always one of the creepy ass visuals as a kid. It's like, yep, nope, don't like that. Then years later, I'm thinking, you know what? That's actually a pretty damn cool effect of how they did that.
Yeah.
Jupiter. It says, "Don't clean the rocket or a rocket."
Over there.
But I'm a rocket man.
Not the man I think I am at home. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. I don't know the words to the next part. Just always sounds like he's going. Na, 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 na.
Yeah. Oh, if you ever listen to Elton John's Rocket Man and David Bowie's Space Odyssey back to back, it seems like the same thing. It's it actually is a bit of a trippy thing because almost the same vibe. And then there's another song that came out years later in the 80s as a direct sequel to Bowie's tune called Major Tom. I forget who did it, but
Control. Major Tom.
it will amaze me how versatile David Bowie ended up being during his career with a lot of the music he did. Because he changed styles a lot.
He wasn't afraid to experiment, and he could do all sorts of different ranges, as evidenced by that Christmas song we all know him for with Bing Crosby.
Yeah. Hell, the fact that he got on Soul Train in the 70s with two of his songs, there's a lot there. Granted, it was one of the worst lip syncing performances ever, but
worse than Milli Vanilli?
oh, much worse. No, because that's what they did. On Soul Train, like I'd be hard pressed to think of anybody who actually performed on that live. There was one person who did, but they had like a whole damn orchestra put in. Who was it?
Cypress Hill?
Oh, no, older.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh, the damn is actually
Simpsons reference, I believe.
no, they did appear on The Simpsons.
That's what I'm saying. It's Cypress Hill, I mean.
Barry White.
Oh, Barry White. My darling.
Can't get enough for your love, babe.
I don't know why.
Get enough for your love, babe. That's right, we got musical references.
And most of y'all won't likely recognize. Because we're not baby gamers. We were around when gaming meant ColecoVision.
Technically true. Because ColecoVision and stuff was still around well into the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, hell, Atari, as a console manufacturer, hung around to like 96 with the Jaguar.
My dad had a ColecoVision. We played Smurfs on it. Only my sister remembers it, but I remember the machine. I don't remember any of the games.
But
it was weird because it looked like a telephone.
yeah, they had some funky controllers in general for a lot of consoles. Like some of them having like a full keypad, like. In what way do you need like numbered dial buttons for some of these games? Oops. Avoid spraying the
Ring of Fire.
yes. We burn Walk into a burning ring of fire and it burns, burns, burns.
That was just him getting like chlamydia or something, right?
Yep. Oh, I made a clap joke last night. Oh no, it was like 2 nights.
Man.
No, 2 nights with Life is Strange. Yes. Oh, it was like Max Caulfield says to Chloe, "Oh, you gave me a feeling I never felt before you." Yes, Max feels clappy. That's right. Chloe gave Max the clap.
Gross.
I can just imagine how people being mad about that when they eventually come across that clip. Okay, so we got Jupiter, Saturn.
That's Uranus. Saturn's over here.
But it's like just the planet. Things rings after the planet. I'll start.
I just want to do the actual bodies. Are you excited for wrestle season? Manias and so forth?
If I was still watching on a regular basis, probably. From casual, it's like okay, and having to keep up with it for the sake of like commission work.
Well, a guy I like watching on YouTube, Danhausen's there now. So apparently he's very popular.
Yeah. And he can do just enough in the ring so where he can like or whenever his antics involves with like a heel finally getting his hands on him to like sell properly, or depending on how much you're gonna let his stick be the fly.
I know he had a bad leg injury, so I don't know if he's even gonna do anything.
And they'll probably get him into the WWE is not like the place where he was before, where they would have him do a bunch of stupid stunt work. Like
Okay.
so they'll kind of like protect him a little bit, keep him from doing idiotic risk. That's why the people says like, yeah, I don't want to wrestle in the WWE anymore because they don't let me do what I want to do. It's like
They're trying to save your life, it sounds like.
yeah, it's like
quality of it.
yes. Do you want to be able to walk and hug your kids when you're 50, or I'll be happy if I died and the ring got crippled? It was like, yeah, sure, yeah. Idiots.
Would you though?
That's how some people wrestle. Like,
No, would you be happy about it? I mean, like, what the fuck?
no, this way they can be bitter and get a part of those like class lawsuits and stuff, and trying to get money and lose every single case.
Well, they can be bitter like that Bret Hart guy. Every interview I see him on Sportsnet and TSN, he's like so grumpy.
Oh, he's reached a point where it's like, you know what? He knows that WWE is not really doesn't really have anything for him to do. It's like, and he's reached the you know what? Fuck these people phase of his life. Granted, he hit that phase like 25 years ago, but still.
Yeah, he hit that phase when he was like 40.
Of course, he had real justifications back then. I mean, his contract was violated. He gets screwed over, and then,
I feel like that's a terrible way to live through life.
and 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 then this clumsy idiot from Oklahoma kicks him in the head really hard. So I was like, yeah, you know what? That's reasons to be bitter.
Injuries happen in that, I guess.
Yeah.
The way they throw themselves around.
Yeah, but then there are those who like go out of the way and say, you know what? I never really hurt my opponent. I didn't go, like I made sure to try and take care of them as much as possible. So there is that bit of pride.
And yeah, I'd be prideful of that too.
Yeah, so it's
Be
like,
safe.
Yeah, if you get a reputation of being a safe worker, then you get knocked out by somebody who
And we got Uranus and we got Neptune.
Uranus is next. Where's Edie?
Yeah,
We
it is.
need we need to probe it.
Really, Shepard?
Of course, it's like it's mandatory. Really? Probing Uranus. And of course,
she's like so disappointed in us.
it's the first inclination. It's the first true like hint that there's more to Edie than what lets on. Although I do kind of wonder how does she react if you do it after she is unshackled.
Well, she. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, when she has like, because we know she has
something
a
to test.
yeah we know she has a sense of humor while she's shackled, and she fucks with Joker's
Yeah,
chair.
one. And I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees.
Yeah, that is
Was
a
it
joke. Is it, Edie? Is it? Although that single line comment has like inspired many artists over the years. Especially after she got the mobile platform in Mass Effect 3. It's like,
yes, I see where it's going. This feels rather pornographic all of a sudden.
look, they're not exactly subtle about it in Mass Effect itself. Although I did get an interesting comment regarding a Mass Effect Andromeda. It's like somebody saying that they were so disappointed that we never did get the Korean DLC for it.
Yeah.
So it was like, so sis, the people are still wanting it after all these years.
Yeah, they really should have just followed through on it.
Yeah, like they fixed everything else. That was all the other launch issues. And it's not like the game sold poorly either.
You had enough copies out there. People would have bought the DLC for it.
No, it's constantly being sold. I mean, well, you can always just look at any site that tracks achievements to realize, yeah, people are still playing it. People are still discovering it years later. Like, EA, you like money, right?
No, they like quick money, or money that will come in via loot boxes. No other form of money.
Okay.
Gotta climb on the pedestal thing here.
I was going to try it the hard way. It's not successful.
It happens.
There it goes.
There we go.
There's the achievement, folks.
All right, where do you want to start?
I think I'll start in the solar system.
Well, do you want to be up high, down low?
Too slow. Just not gonna start up top.
All right. I will work on bass. No treble.
Oh, by the way,
progress can continue.
by the way, Iceman, look up. I mean, oops. I wanted to drop the damn. I wanted to drop the damn thing. I'm now disappointed. I want to see if you could catch it.
You could still do that.
Also, funny enough, the random gnomes being anywhere is a thing in Life is Strange Reunion. Like, where did, including one getting up somewhere in the rafters. It was like, wow, that's a weird coincidence between games.
I'll get that beer I put in the fridge. I'll be back in a sec.
Beer must be retrieved. Nice man retrieves beer. I continue to numb down on like the worst thing I could have gotten for like a late-ish dinner and lunch. Thank goodness I live close by to enough places that can have things done quick and delivered even faster.
Okay.
Apparently they were also bringing back This Week in Baseball as a show. I saw something on Twitter earlier referencing it. It's like, Wib is back?
But how about that?
Yeah. That was always a fun thing to watch on Saturdays, like after cartoons, or in my area it aired on Fox on like Saturday afternoons at like 12:30.
Yep. Then they do like a 1 o'clock game on Fox. So I got to see like really random matchups each week, Atlanta and Miami or something like that.
No, the weird thing was
that makes sense for out here.
Oh yeah, the national games, and everything.
There's almost always the Mets.
Almost always an East Coast team, regardless. East Coast bias.
The Cubs quite a bit, and Phillies.
Yeah, this is for National League matchups. American League, it'd always be, or at least down here, there was almost always Yankees. So it's like, that
was on in the evening.
Like, because it was like a 1 o'clock game, a 4 o'clock game, and a 7 o'clock game. So, but a lot of times it also depends on like the local team schedule too. Like almost none of the Phillies 7 o'clock games on a Saturday would air on Fox. Like, unless it was like maybe playoff importance or something of that nature.
Oh, when we were kids, there wasn't a lot of that.
No, but not.
I say that knowing the Jays weren't either.
No. I meant like if a team needed to like beat the Phillies to clinch their division.
Oh, yes, yeah. That's same with the Jays.
No.
We were almost never on any national television. I can remember the old Labatt Blue themed scoreboard. God damn, that thing was ugly.
Oh boy, but I'm trying to think. I can't quite think of like how many games I would actually sit down and watch on like the Saturday, or at least on the Saturday games. Because a lot of times, I always had like this thing is like the Fox Sports announcers for baseball generally sucked. It's like I have a hatred for Joe Buck and how he calls.
It was always Joe Buck.
Joe Buck for the most part. So it was like for like the main games, but then you have like their secondary crews.
Vasquez in it.
Vasquez was like the sideline reporter. I don't think he did play by.
I'm just going with the broadcast we got here anyway.
Then you have the. But then again, it's like okay, I have. It was like for me, it's like I have one of the legendary announcers of baseballs like to listen to for like 160 some odd games a year with Harry Callis. So it's like kind of hard to go from that to generic announcer guy. All offense to Joe Buck, he's about as generic as can get.
We had Buck Martinez for 45 years.
Yeah,
in some capacity with the organization, so he's gone now. It's really weird. And we had Tom Cheek called every single game until like 3 months before he died, from 77 till his death.
Yeah, like Harry Callis was the Phillies' main play-by-play guy from like before Veterans Stadium opened all the way up to well, he literally died at Nationals Park at the National Stadium. Where did not see their new building yet, or no? I can't. I can't remember. It was like April of 2009.
I don't know. Yeah, Tom Cheek was the radio announcer forever and ever and ever.
Like I can name the Phillies like the guys I heard broadcast the Phillies games like Harry Caddis, Quish Wheeler, Andy Musser, who did a lot of like college basketball stuff on like national radio broadcasts. Those were like the predominant guys I grew up listening to. Color commentary was like Richie Ashburn, Larry Anderson, John Crook when he came back in. But that was later on.
Get sober.
No, I mean he's not sober. you see the Crookisms? It's like no. It's like National John Crook Day is the opening day of the season. There was something he did for like one of the ABS challenges. It's like where the umpire says, "But the challenge is rude," and yes, like, and he just went off and he just made fun of it, trying to translate what the umpire said. But they have to announce it, and for the record, I'm not a fan of the ABS system. I don't like it. It takes up too much time.
The umps being as shit at their job is the reason. So if you want to blame anyone, let's blame the unions for not actually doing anything about how bad the umps are.
The umps were fine.
No, they're not. Holy shit, have you watched any of the games this week?
Yeah, I've also seen like where the only joy of the ABS system is when you see like the batters and the when the batters are, it says like, oh yeah, that was a ball. No, dude, that was a strike. You see and see the batters get it wrong.
Oh, that's been fun too. There was one that was like 4 inches inside the zone and wasn't outside of any part of the zone.
Yeah.
The guy challenged. I was like, nice work, bud. But then you get CB Buckner and his repeated 2 to 3 inches out of the zone.
Or even like
got overturned 6 times the other night. Someone got overturned 7 times the other day.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always like there is a part of me because that goes like, you know what? That's what's always part of the fun. The umpires that have the different strike zones, like that had like
it's the reason we get the arguments and fights.
Yes.
Well, if the umps don't want to get abused, then fucking call a better game. Holy crap. Did you see the follow-up CB Buckner was doing first base in his next game after that horrible performance? And he called the guy out at first because he said he never touched the base. And on the replay, it showed the guy was safe by like 10 feet, but CB wasn't looking at the base.
Well, looking at the bases, like, no, I just saw one with the Phillies where, like, Kyle Schwarber was going for a triple, and then they challenged it on a they made play, and it was obvious that he was out. It was like, yeah, guess what? It was out. He knew it was out. Everybody
Yeah,
knew he
but
was
to
out.
say that a guy was out when he was safe easily, and then the replay shows that you weren't even looking at the base that you're umping. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Making a very nice living.
That union is so ironclad, it pisses me off.
Yeah,
And
look,
it's the same in the NHL. It's not just baseball. It's a problem across multiple leagues.
oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that you will not see any issues with the NFL refs this year. I am positive there will be nothing involving the NFL referees that will be a problem.
And I'm not saying CB Buckner should be losing his job or getting fined, but there should be things that they have to do during the season to like pass eye tests or something like that. Right now it's being treated like teachers in Ontario. As long as you haven't done anything nuts in the first 5 years of your career, you are then tenured into your position. No one can take it unless you like molest a child or show up drunk.
Ah, the American education system.
Oh, okay, it's the same there. Wasn't sure.
Nope.
Which I think is bullshit, because that just means you get complacent people who don't give a damn.
Again, the American public education system. How do you think I got through high school? Got through. Like, when I realized that I didn't learn in school, like, wait a second.
You're
Exactly.
still relatively clever.
Oh, it was like when you learn the bullshit. The one thing I learned in school, learn how to bullshit. Because if you can bullshit effectively, you can appear clever to anyone.
Well, I am basing my opinion of your cleverness around other Americans that I see on the news.
Yes.
Might not be a good measuring stick.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yes. Wait a second. Have you seen the rest of the people that live in my country, sir? It's like, we're not exactly.
Unfortunately.
Yes, we are not exactly as smart people.
No, you turned arrogance into a true art that I thought the Italians and the English had ownership of.
Yep. I will admit, speaking of the Italians, I did get a good laugh. Vitaly saying, nope, an American fighter plane or whatever cannot land at their base. It's like, oh yeah, I got a good laugh out of that. Because the head of Italy is like one of our incompetent presidents' staunchest international allies. Like, well, you know what? This doesn't fit our treaty agreement, and we don't have to let these planes land here. Oh, you need them to refuel? Yeah, no. Move right along.
Move along. Oh dear.
And for the 35,000 families whose children are being shipped to Iran, my sympathies.
Our condolences, indeed.
Yes.
I hold no ill will to any of you poor young men and women.
Particularly if you did not vote for the jackass in chief. If you did not vote for him, you have my condolences. If you did vote for him, karma's a bitch, ain't it?
I'm enjoying the, so he bombed the strait. They closed it. So he's saying if they don't open it, we're going to bomb you. They closed it because you already did that.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yep. No one called him a military genius. He would make Fidel Castro seem like a smart tactician. Basically.
Just right now he's trying to overshadow it with ballroom crap, but now they've shut that down.
Yep.
What do you need a ballroom for? $400 million one in a place being run by a billionaire in a country that can hardly afford groceries and gas at this point. Fuck.
No, it is. It's there's a comparison I can make. It's the Howard Hughes. Oh, he's worried about his legacy type deal. No, well, his legacy.
Why? You won't be around for it.
Yeah. He wants to be remembered. Yeah.
You will be.
Yeah, not in a good way. I did like it was like one of his former supporters says like, you know, you do realize people are gonna cheer when you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like, like no one's gonna go out of their way to fund a Donald J. Trump presidential library.
I enjoyed the Terraform beginning because he was so convinced that we would just agree to everything. Oh, like, there's a very high percentage of your power that's done through Canada, and if we turn that off, you guys are in a bit of trouble. I don't know what the hell his plan is. We could legitimately fuck with the northeast of the U.S.
Yeah, you basically could affect like Michigan, Wisconsin, North Dakota, where my dad lives, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont,
Just a few places.
part of New York, like upstate New York, and like some like Connecticut, New England, like general New England. Oregon.
Canada has effectively killed your liquor business. Because guess who drinks all of your fucking liquor?
Even
Canadians. It's
even
fucking cold up here. We need liquor to stay warm.
even we won't drink our own liquor.
No, yours is cheap. Is it good? No.
Oh.
It's cheap. Although I do miss bourbon.
They got that fine red wine, Mad Dog 2020.
I do not like red wine. I don't like wine in general.
Mad Dog 2020 is not a wine, but it's like one of the cheapest like stereotypical liquors one you can get from like, particularly in the days of having a liquor store on every damn corner.
Oh, we just have that now, but it only serves beer and wine. But that's only just happened in the last like 2-3 years.
Yeah, so down here, in my hometown, there was, I'm not even sure if it's still there or not, but there was a place, I think it was called Stockton Liquors. It was literally across from like the Dudley Grange Park, and would explain why there was always beer bottles and stuff all over, cans and stuff all over the damn place, because the liquor store was like right there. But you walk in. But it's like, I remember as a kid, it's like that place had like cases of beer and liquor bottles, it's like stuff all over the damn place, neatly stored and everything. Like, think about it in retrospect. It's like it was a cool little store. Like it had a nice little like a greenish awning and stuff on the outside, nice classy sign.
And then people would dump their alcohol outside of it.
Oh, it was like a go across the. But and the thing though, in like in the park in the summertime, there was also a lot of like local softball league. So that may have been a factor, because there was like.
Is that legal?
What, softball leagues?
No, Fred. All the liquor that's being consumed during outdoors during said softball league.
You be yes.
Okay, it's not definitely not legal here. If you're not on your own property, then it's not. Then no. Even if you go camping, as soon as you leave your grounds, no liquor.
Yeah, yeah. It's like there was again. I'm talking like 20, like literally 30-ish years ago. Oh, so I'm
Okay.
talking like
Been a while.
yeah, it's like it's been a while. So, that's what it says. Like I'm not even sure if that liquor store still exists. The park still does. And
Go
it's
get some liquor.
I'm walking all the way over there.
Maybe they do delivery.
Wouldn't surprise me. Anytime I do takeout, always says like, here's some like liquor stores that you for your meal. It's like, you want to get a beverage or to go with that? It's like,
We have a place called Chuck's Roadhouse here, and I was blown away that when I was trying to do an order there, that they would send you beer from the restaurant, because I'd never seen that before, and the beer was less than it is at the liquor store. I was like, what? How are you guys making any money on this?
they found a way. Okay, they got that done. But sometimes those like the stuff that they would get in for like a restaurant stuff would typically be less than one, because at the liquor store they're obviously going to do like some sort of markup.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's like $3.50 for a can of Heineken, we'll say. But if I ordered that from Chuck's Roadhouse, it's like $3. It's like, what?
Okay, so 50 seconds markup. But with Chuck Roadhouse you're getting what, like a meal with that, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting a bunch of spicy chicken with some fries, or chicken parm, or something like that.
Yeah. So okay. But so in a way you can almost tell what's closer to the actual price. Plus you're just getting like however big that beer is from the Chuck Roadhouse. Like how big is it?
It's a tall boy.
Okay. So
Same thing you'd get at the beer store. So it's like, what?
okay. So you can tell who's jacking you more for who's charging
Oh,
you
one of
more.
these things is owned by the government.
Yes.
Funny is, my buddy, and this is, Chuck's Roadhouse is known for giving you good food, like relatively good food at a lower price. And that's its whole its whole thing. There's like maybe one thing on the menu that's over $20. And of course that's what my buddy buys, and I'm like, how is it? He's like, oh, it's kind of a crappy steak. Look where we are, bud. Why would you order a steak?
It was like it's a steakhouse, it's a Roadhouse.
Yeah, I go back to that. He should have just ordered the burger, because he always orders a burger, and I never understand why he orders bloody burgers at like pub-style restaurants, because they always suck.
Listen.
Because he likes his burger to be consistently shit.
Oh, there you go.
If I don't think I've ever asked you this, but if you were to have a drink, what would you have, Fred?
Depends on what's
I know
on
you're not a drinker.
depends on what's there. What's on there?
No, if you were to choose something, would it be a beer? Would it be a mixed drink? Would it be a straight up drink? Would it be wine?
It most likely would be a beer.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking, it's like, okay, what? What's just like, what's on? Because my thing was thinking, okay, what's on tap?
Okay.
That would have. So probably like Bud Light, Coors Light, Heineken, something.
Okay. Fair enough. was wondering about it.
Nothing glamorous or anything. No, if they made
Nothing
it,
wrong with that.
yeah, if they made it, maybe a case of like some Elsnore beer, which is a Bob and Doug McKenzie reference. So, if you've never
Hey,
seen,
we got Letterkenny beer here.
if you've never seen Strange Brew, people, it's the greatest '80s Canadian documentary ever.
I mean, you certainly get an idea of what we like.
Beer, hockey, donuts. Not
I
necessarily.
do
Well,
hate
wait.
donuts.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so it's like
Otherwise,
donuts is third on that list, but still.
that's because Tim Hortons has basically got the monopoly up here, and they don't give a damn. So everything is going downhill, and it just kind of sucks now.
Understandable. Yeah, it's
We used to have,
like
like country style and coffee time and other smaller donut places, but even a bunch of Krispy Kremes. And now it's basically just Tim Hortons unless you go to Toronto. I don't want to go to Toronto. I went there last week. That's all the Toronto I need for about another 4 months.
yes, you go to Toronto for one thing: baseball, hockey,
I like going to the museum. I've been to one hockey game.
basketball.
Been to one basketball game. Raptors tickets are expensive and really hard to get.
And they are
Just like Leafs tickets.
they are like the Lakers of Canada.
The Leafs are, yeah. And when I was 19, I think, my dad got tickets from his boss, Boston Bruins, 6th row. His boss had season tickets and wasn't going to be able to go. And on the ticket, each one was like $300. And that was 22 years ago.
Nowadays, more like 20 some odd years later. Oh boy, is like for the same ticket you're paying like
$1,000, most likely. Leaf tickets have been absurd forever.
I remember back as a kid, it's like when the Phillies had like their radio broadcast and stuff on 12:10 a.m. local talk station, but they will always broadcast the Phillies games, so so they will have like a weekly, the nightly call-in shows. You call in, answer a trivia question, and I actually won tickets several times.
Oh, nice. That's how we got tickets to Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah.
Sister signed up for something. I can't remember what competition it was. And next thing I know that she's like, yeah, we're going to the World Series. And that was pretty cool.
Like one of the ticket sets that I won for a Dodgers game, like it would have been like '96, so like during Hideo Nomo's like second season, because I saw Nomo pitch live. I say saw because again, upper deck of veteran stadiums, folks. So this would have been those. This would have been about the 400 level. The upper deck is 700 level was like the very top of the stadium.
Jesus. How many people can fit in there?
At the vet? For baseball? Like
Yeah.
6 prior to some like rearranging and stuff that happened for like the '96 All-Star game. But they changed some things around for that. So the Veteran Stadium for baseball could hold like 63,000 easily.
Okay.
Seating capacity.
See, Jays were about 55 or so for a long time, but they've trimmed it down to about 44 with the
Hmm.
renovations. But they haven't trimmed anything from the top levels, so when you're at the back, you are at the back.
Oh yeah. Now for football,
Yeah, it's always bigger.
yeah, that's a different thing entirely there. But there was a big difference there. There were more were getting there for football. Gotta pack them in for the heat, as they say.
Mm. It's, as a Buffalo fan, I understand that. My buddy went in a winter game, and he was like, it was pretty damn cold.
I'll go for warmth. He'll teach you. He'll teach you survival instincts. Learn to get close to your fellow man. Of course,
Oh,
of course, when going to a football game in the dead of winter, you end up thinking that, you know what, I could potentially kill each person around me and actually have actual justification for it. Oh, touchdown! Yay! High five!
hopefully next year I can go to a game for the first time. I gotta renew my passport.
Uh, that would be wise.
I don't want to get stuck down there.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It would be wise, as well as make sure all your emergency contacts are in order. I don't know how.
I'm just going to Buffalo.
Anyway, listen, with the way things are in the United States, would you actually trust our local law enforcement with anything?
Well, from my buddy's description, he was at a four-way stop, and the police stopped a car that had a bottle of liquor on top of it. And when the officer walked up, he took the liquor bottle off the top of the car and handed it to the driver and told him to go. So,
anyway, but, of
which
course,
apparently made his the other police officer doing that stop go, huh.
of course, Buffalo is basically southern Canada anyway, so
Yeah, Buffalo, Minnesota, like the whole state of Minnesota. We'll call it the province of Minnesota. It's ours, realistically.
yep. And, you know what? I'm just going to say that to my dad the next time. Dad, you do realize you basically live in Canada, right? Because he's in North Dakota. Like,
Yeah.
you're basically Saskatchewan. You live in Saskatchewan.
You're basically humping the base of Saskatchewan. Enjoyed that.
Oh, like I'm sure he will love
The only
that.
person who likes it there is Brock Lesnar.
Yes, he gets to eat. He gets to hunt and eat. Be left the fuck alone. Why else does anyone willingly move to Saskatchewan?
My aunt
Like,
moved there for the company that she was working for when the insurance company moved its head office from Toronto to Regina.
there better have been one hell of a tax incentive.
Joe never married and never had any kids or significant other of any proclivity that I'm aware of. So she had no need to stay in the area.
No, I meant for the company. Like,
I
why?
think she enjoyed it. He was a bit of a prickly character.
I always look at companies that that move like their offices from like major area to something more remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So like with suspect, okay, why did you move? What's the real reason?
Well, if I had to guess, the rental prices in Toronto are absolutely outrageous.
There's that. Uh, I know one place that I work for, and this is obviously going back years before I started streaming on Twitch. They changed
Mm.
office locations like four four times in like span of 6 years. Same reason.
Hmm.
And not even the corporate office. This is the office location that I worked at. Because their corporate offices were like in Idaho.
Well, we're talking in Toronto. If you would like to rent a closet, that's about $4,000 a month. If you need any actual floor space for a big ass company,
Yeah, I know some places where they can get that for like 500 a month. Well, I say 500 a month again, but this would have been like again several years ago.
a few
Nowadays,
days
it's
ago.
nowadays it would be like nowadays it'd be like eight hundred to 1,000 a month.
Yeah, if you ever get some time to look something absolutely ridiculous up, the pricing of anything in Toronto. Some people want to live there, but the only way you can live there is if you are making multiple millions a year.
So clearly, not everyone for the Blue Jays, Raptors, and Leafs are living there. Otherwise, all you have is like will be like about what, like what, 80 to 100 people at most living there, based on those teams. It's like,
Yeah, they even the Jays players, like 3 of them are renting an apartment together. These are the prices we're talking.
well, that's not entirely uncommon, depending on the age of the players, and because
Yeah, mid to late 20s. One of them has 3 kids.
yeah, because down here, there was a place because my mom. This is a true story. My mom met Terrell Owens when he came to the Eagles. So
Nice.
he was living over in like Morristown, New Jersey, and that's where like a lot of you got some Philadelphia sports athletes will live in Pennsylvania and some will live in New Jersey. So T.O. was living in over in Morristown. He it was like one of his early days. He's like he goes into the Cherry Hill Mall at Strawbridges of all places where my mom worked, and it's like she was assigned to like okay to take care of him. Like anything you
Okay.
need, anything you need. He was a real gentleman. Signing,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
nice.
it's just like my mom made no fuss over him. It was like treated him like everyone else, and it's like
I probably appreciate that to a degree.
she recognized them, and then like, hey, can I get a? She said, can I get an autograph for my son? It's like it was for my younger brother. So, a quick little autograph, bada bing, bada boom. So
Kept it professional.
yeah,
That's nice to hear. I mean, Terrell was solid for the Bills in his year there.
that's it. Like
You
I could
see
have,
all the antics that he did, but it's
yeah,
nice to see that he was
like
respectful with people.
yeah, when he rolled in the town, came to the area. It's like okay. So and then everything happened a year later with his sit out and the sit ups on the driveway and everything else. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, what a difference a year
He
makes.
was a character.
Because I remember my brother, and the reason why this story still sticks out to me, because I remember my brother when he got that little autograph, he was comparing it to the front of well, like one of the, I think it was the NFL 2K, the one that Owens was on the cover of. Like, and it had the signature on it. And he was comparing the signature from the autograph to the one on the boxes, just like to make sure it was legit or something. He was so keep in mind we're going back to like the what 2000.
Just in case Mom didn't know who he actually was.
Yeah, 2000. Those like
Me.
no like but getting back on the track there, it's like it was not uncommon because there's like a lot of Phillies like would like rent a house together. particularly some of the younger players, is if they're on the roster, have no roots. Yeah, it's get a place together and just hang
We were
out.
actually having an embarrassing T-shirt given away based on the guys who were living together.
Nothing would be as embarrassing as, say, some of the like two of the Power Ranger actors living together, like because they were making so little money off of that. Like the show made millions in its first season. Like it was a mega hit. Like their faces were on all the merchandise, and they were getting paid dick.
Right. I mean, it was a common issue back then.
No, it was that was a non-union show, so it's like, of course they were. They were.
Use your base. Have fun. Even a group, and I'm not like a fan of this group, but I remember their court cases against their record label in NSYNC, where they were finding out that like 98% of the money that they earned was not going to them.
Or
so they fought to get out of their deal and got a new deal.
Or look at the case of Alec Boehm doing his
Yep.
parents.
That's always sad. I mean, Jack Johnson's another notable one that had that happen. Defenseman. Yeah. Like the judges have been very lenient with his case because his parents lost fucking everything. At least Boehm figured it out before he lost everything.
Kind of positive. No, Schwarber has hit Schwar bombs already.
Nice.
And of course they hit I guess they're calling them El Bomb. A bomb from El Bomb, our right fielder. I still haven't learned it.
Oh, Garcia?
Yes.
Adolis Garcia.
Like El Bomb, a bomb from El Bombo, or some.
Pardon me while I don't put a lot of stock into his.
No, it's only a 1-year deal, so like.
He's been crap the previous 2 years, so maybe he finds something in a more hitter-friendly ballpark.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is like ball carries the ball carries certainly in the summer here.
It just dawned on me. I haven't checked in on what Nick Castellanos is doing so far out in
I
San
know.
Diego.
I know that it said something he struck out in his first pinch hit appearance. So I was like,
Funny. There's a guy who fell fast.
he needs. What he needs to do is come up to a plate where something nationally tragic is happening, so he can hit a home run. He'll get back on track if that happens.
That's
Yes, folks, that's only happened like 3 times, but the fact that it's happened 3 times is, 3 more times than one would assume it would happen.
that's pretty unique. Yeah.
And Justin Crawford's, done well so far. Had
High hopes for him.
a walk-off hit today.
Nice, good for him. He's, like I said when we were talking about him before, he's even half the player his dad was, but be a pretty solid player.
And his dad says he's better than he was. So,
Well, dads are always going to say that.
no,
Unless you're an a-hole.
no. In the case of Carl Crawford, how he phrased it was, he himself was a 2-sport athlete. He wasn't entirely focused on baseball. So by the time at the same point, like if he's looking at himself objectively from where he was at the same age, his son is better than what he was at that same time period.
Explorer is taking forever.
Goes the roof.
This might be a one-room stream.
Wouldn't be the first time.
That's brutal. Yeah, I'm hopeful that he does well. It's always hard to step out of the shadow of a parent who was as successful as his dad was. A Hall of Very Good player.
Oh, so in other words, he qualifies for the Hall of Fame then.
No, he does not.
In a few years,
Oh,
his name, his name will come. His name will come up in the Veterans Committee and like watch him get in.
I think he should at least get some consideration to a degree, but should he get in? No.
Well, it's gonna come. It's gonna come down to that case sooner or later.
Well, if there was one person from the current, I believe it was this year's class, it might be next year's. Cole Hamels is the only one that I felt had a real case for it.
And even I wouldn't call him a Hall of Famer. And when I've seen him,
I like Cole Hamels.
It's like, yeah, he had some very, very good. He had some exceptional years, and then he had some really, really bad years, and
He's pretty steady overall and had some big games and big moments.
yeah.
And that infamous Game 5 between Texas and Toronto, where the bat flip was born, he was quite good in that game. Reached into the 7th.
Yes. Some of us will look at his, these locally, will always look at like his colossal meltdown in 2009. Like where how ineffective he was, especially in the World Series against the Yankees.
Yeah, but he also won a World Series, did he not?
Yeah, it was like, what did you do, boy? What did you do lately? Type of situation.
I look at his performance in that World Series you won. If he doesn't have that, you guys don't win. Fell off the damn thing.
Yeah, well, Game 5 was partially rained out anyway. This is like, let's just remember that factor. And it's not like.
At one point, you guys had a hell of a rotation.
Yeah, Halliday, Lee, Hamels,
Walt.
and Fat Joe Blanton.
Joe Blanton. Yeah. Blanton was a solid player. Unspectacular, but
He gave you innings. That's what he was there for. He was like, it was like almost squads. He would have been like a number 2, number 3 on that on that crew. He was number 5.
it speaks to the depth you guys had for a bit there.
Although I will say it is the logic of 2009. Okay, All-Star break. We're going to trade for Cliff Lee. We go to the World Series. We lose to the Yankees.
I know where you're going here.
Lose to the Games in 6 We're going to trade Cliff Lee to, what was it, Seattle?
Seattle.
We're going to get Roy Halladay.
Like I said, I know where you're going.
You know what we're going to bring in Roy Oswald. You know what we're going to bring back Cliff Lee. Wait a second.
Well, why didn't you just keep Cliff Lee, you fucking idiots?
I guess it was some. I'm trying to think what it was like, because it could be debatable who was the better pitcher, like in 2010. Coming off of 2009 into 2010, who would have been the better pitcher, Lee or Halladay? So it raises some serious questions.
Agreed.
Like,
I never understood the trade, and then I just got him right back. Keep pressing the wrong damn button.
it's like maybe they felt like something about trade capital, because the Phillies really wanted Halladay instead of Lee. And
I mean, to be fair, Roy was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Was Cliff Lee?
Nope. But to be fair on this one, and I am going to be, I'm from Jersey, so I can say this. Does Roy Halladay get into the Hall of Fame as the first ballot Hall of Famer without tragically passing away? And I would,
Probably not.
and I would say no. No.
Probably not. But his numbers would have got him there eventually.
Eventually, yes, but and he would have gone in as a Blue Jay clearly.
And his wife put him in as nothing. He loved both teams. He would have wanted to be both.
And she
But
probably
yes, Roy Halladay, upon retiring from the Phillies, signed a one-day contract with the Jays to retire with us. But he wanted to be a Philly.
well, well. Then you also have to remember the issue with Andre Dawson. They put him in as an expo, and he's been. I'm not sure, but he had such a he left the Expos on such a damn sour note, and everything involving the collusion against them. And like the only team.
I don't think of him as an expo.
Yeah. I would argue he
That
was.
is a weird match.
I do think of him as an Expo, mainly because I have baseball cards of him in an Expos uniform. So it was like, also I have cards of him
I
in
know he
it.
played there, but that's not when I think of Andre Dawson. I don't think of his Expos days.
Yeah, because for you, it probably is like what, Marlins,
Um,
Red Sox, like
yeah, probably somewhere in that range.
yeah, like towards the end of his career. Me is like, okay, he was with the Expos, he was with the Cubs.
The Cubs is who I think of, yeah.
Then like 92, 93, he was the DH for the Red Sox. Then he back end of the career, he's with the Marlins. I don't remember, was he? I don't know. He was not on that 97 but I think he was like part of the front office or something with.
Oh, good for him. Played for enough shit teams. First teams at that.
Yeah, well, 93 Red Sox were nothing special. And I think, what was that, the 89 Cubs make the playoffs? The Cubs won the NL East in 89.
Yeah, there are two notable curses in the or three notable curses in the history of baseball, and he played for two of them. So that must have been a joy. White Sox beating everyone.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, the curse of Swedish Joe.
Mm-hmm.
That curse actually,
100 years.
and that curse got broken.
Yes, by my man Mark Burley, whose jersey I wore on Friday to the game.
White Sox jersey, that was brave.
Yeah, from his White Sox time. That's what I wore.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Blue Jays jersey. He was there for 3 years. And I love Papa Burley. I loved Papa Burley from watching a game against Chicago long before he was a Jay.
Ended in less than 2 hours.
Halladay and Burley. And we were in the 8th inning and we were like an hour and 10 minutes in. It's like, God damn.
Yeah, when you got pictures
These
that
guys just throw.
you got pictures that don't fuck around, that actually can hit the strike zone. It's like, oh boy, this is gonna be quick.
That Halladay trade was annoying.
Yeah, well, you're
We did
welcome.
not get a good return.
You're welcome for Kyle Draybeck.
Mm-hmm. Kyle had great stuff. I will give him that.
He's gonna
Kyle
put it.
also was the exact kind of person who, if he felt the ump had shorted him on a call, it just ruined his day, and he couldn't get past it. Then there was Travis d'Arnaud, who did most of his work away from us. see, who else was there? Michael Taylor, I believe.
Michael Taylor was the guy that I actually had high hopes for to like stabilize our outfield a little bit.
How'd that go?
Well, we traded him. No, there was a guy.
So did we.
No, there
We
was a guy.
immediately traded him.
There was a guy that we traded for either outfielder for either Pence or Oswald to Houston because it seemed like we basically built like those playoffs or those 2000 like those mid 2000s Astro teams that were filled with ex Phillies. But there was an outfielder. He was a speedy guy that we traded, and he ended up doing very well in Houston. It is. So like, because it was I think it was maybe a position log jam. Because we had Victorino and Ibanez, so it's like Earl left at the end of 08.
Yeah, this was a wild run for us. We traded Taylor for Brett Wallace, for Anthony Gose, for Devin Travis. That prospect just kept getting traded.
Man, it's like this trade deal is getting worse all the time. Pray I don't trade this prospect again. To bring up like a Star Wars meme.
Well, Devin Travis was great for us for 2 years, and then he couldn't stay healthy. And he was a super nice guy during the 15, 16, 17, 18 season when he was here. Everybody really liked him, and we were all rooting for him. He just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah,
I don't call him a bust because we got good play out of him for 2 years. He hit 300 the 1 year.
Yeah, if you get something out of them, but sometimes you're just looking for like, if they're filling up if they're going to be in a position that's been like kind of like a revolving door, and hoping for like stability to come into play
Second base at the time. And that's what he took. At the time, we were desperate for a second baseman, and he filled the void. And then he kept getting injured, and we would have Ryan Goins play a lot, who couldn't hit to save his life, but he was a great defender.
Hey, if you can hit, don't hurt the team with your glove.
Well, he made some amazing plays. He's well remembered here.
Which is why I was like, when I was putting all those cards in the sleeves, and I have like a lot of Phillies cards. I'm looking at a lot. I wonder why. Yes. But I started looking like a lot of these names. Like I don't remember who the fuck this guy was.
Yeah, it's this thing. Again, I've made this comment about this thing we're doing right now. But when I was a kid, I likely knew them and knew what they played and their stats and whether they were good or not. As an adult, I don't know.
No, it's like I said, I can pretty much name like almost like a lot of members of those, say from like 93 to like 90. No, I would say up till like 2008, 2019. Or these guys who would have been on those teams and stuff. But I'm talking about some of like guys like, who the hell was like Ron Jones, like who was at the Phillies drafted as a rookie? Like, who? Like, never even made. If he maybe had like a couple of at bats in the big leagues, it's like, damn.
He's saying that it's not an unusual song, right?
No, speaking of old cards and things that I've discovered or forgotten rookies, realize I do have a couple of Brett Favre rookie cards. The problem
with the Atlanta, I believe.
Yep, bit of a problem though. These are the more common of the rookie cards. It's like when you start thinking, it's like, okay, which one? Like start thinking, like, okay, how much are these things might be worth? Look them up. Okay, 10, 15 bucks. Oh, 10 to 15 bucks. Ain't bad. I was
Well,
looking.
the best thing that I own that I could possibly resell is Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, you can get a couple hundred bucks for that, depending on the condition.
Yeah. It's in pretty good condition. I've always kept it inside its holder, and I think I read it like 3 times. I got it at a flea market when I was like 12. I don't know.
Yeah, I went to bet the artwork probably caught your attention in a big way.
I just thought it was cool that it was Spider-Man 1, but yeah, the artwork was... It was a cool cover.
One, one thing you could always say about Todd McFarlane is that he has some great artwork, particularly covers.
Mm-hmm. I believe the lizard was on it. And if anyone's looking for nearly the entire Scarlet Spider collection, I've got that.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the shipping rates, I would have taken that off your hands. But shipping rates from Canada to the U.S. tend to be a bit steep, as I learned. Thank you very little, BioWare.
What's fucking aggravating is BioWare is Canadian and the shipping rates are outrageous here. Just as the wonderful FU on top of everything else.
I'm still kind of shocked. It's like, okay, I thought I was going to be done this card sleeve project. No, 4 cards. I filled up like 5. No, wait, how many binders did I bought?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 7. Okay, 6 binders filled. I don't know how many pages those sleeves are putting in because some have more pages than others. But still, six binders filled, and I know it's like, okay, 800 sleeves, 7,200 cards, and I still find more. And they're mostly my dad's.
You can't have too many cards.
They're mostly my dad. I was like, I know what cards I would have had, like in person, because I got my own baseball card collection. I have my brother's, and then it's mainly my dad's stuff because why else would I have stuff? Well, I have baseball cards and stuff from like the 1950s and 60s, and even some stuff going back to the late 50s.
I thought you were alive then, Boomer. As he goes dead quiet.
Look, just because my musical taste tends to favor that generation.
Nothing wrong with that. There are definitely some things from the previous gen that I enjoy.
It's
Read his Cat Stevens albums.
oh,
Or sorry,
hell,
Yusuf Islam.
hell, I've actually done the hell. I do got records. I do got vinyl records, authentic ones from the 80s, all 70s, 60s.
You could probably make a good bit of coin off those.
I wish. There was a bit of a problem because they were improperly stored for such a long time. I doubt their condition is going
to hold any value.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
particularly a lot of the 45s, which were the smaller records of like singles of would have like one song on one side, one song on another side, that sort of deal.
Hmm.
It's, like if you ever looked at like old pictures or it's like or any type of movie or TV show set like for like a great example probably will be to a small extent an old sitcom called WKRP in Cincinnati, where they
Mhm.
actually would have like a turntable for actual playing records and stuff set up. But going back further for like into the 50s, they would have like actual. They would be swapping records instead of like CDs or whatnot.
Hmm.
As technology advanced and everything.
Here we are, an hour and a half in, 55%.
Yep.
Jesus, this is a long one.
Good news is at least I got the ceiling done.
I'll go do the platform now. Did you do the platform while you were up there?
I did the upper side of the platform, yeah.
Okay, I'll do the
The
lower
underside,
side after this.
the underside should be kind of like straightforward.
Yeah. Okay, Saturn, you're really annoying to clean.
Oh, Sega Toss Senshiro, Sega Toss Senshiro.
Yes?
You will play Sega Saturn. But
Uh-huh.
you never heard of the how Sega actually was able to kick Nintendo's ass in Japan with during the
No.
N64 era.
Nope.
Okay, so the Sega Saturn had a notoriously bad launch, particularly in North America,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
we all know that. So in Japan, it held on pretty well. And what Sega did is like the marketing genius was like, okay, get under the skin of Nintendo a little bit. It's like it was like they did how Sega does what Nintendo campaign for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo rival.
Mm-hmm.
But in Japan, they because you had Sony and Nintendo to contend with, Sega just basically comes up with this mascot of Segata Sanshiro, who just run around with this, and the whole gimmick was, you will play Sega Saturn, or this man will come to your house and whoop your ass. It was effective, Mark,
Feels semi-illegal.
but it was so hilarious too. It's like the commercials are just great. It's like beat up some kids. Out in the kids are going out to play some baseball. Yeah, no, you're not. You're gonna play Sega Saturn.
Statistics say they did not.
Inv- inv- invading like disguise themselves as Santa. Whip the kid's ass on
Jeez.
Christmas Eve. Like, I
Amazing
would
that the
have.
Sega Saturn was basically the death of that franchise.
Uh, the launch in North America and like how botched it was, like a secret launch,
Mm.
not letting your third parties know.
The Genesis was such a big deal, I remember as a kid.
Yeah, but there was, but Sega kind of ran into like that weird. How can I put it? It's like they wanted to like jump on the advanced, the next generation,
Okay.
but they didn't. But they didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
lose their market share for the Sega Genesis, and so they keep creating like peripherals and add-ons for it instead of focusing on what their next console should have been, and they kind of fucked themselves over.
And they tried to be PS1 before PS1,
No, that would no,
and
no
it
that
didn't work.
no, that would have been no, they no, because they knew this. They knew the PlayStation was coming, because everything with the console that tried to be the PlayStation 1 before the PlayStation 1 would have been like the Philips CDI that launched earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was supposed to be was like Nintendo, and Nintendo backed out.
Yep. And then Sony took the
And,
patents and finished it.
yeah, they went to Sega first, but Sega didn't want to do it because they just had the issue with the Sega CD being a flop. Oh,
Why is this not working? Oh, it's part of it. That's why.
oh, but so it was one of the greatest the Sega to Sanshiro campaign is one of the greatest marketing strategies ever, and they held it off. Because they actually killed the character. The character itself, there was like they made a big deal of it being killed off, uh, for the launch of the Dreamcast.
Oh, I forgot about the Dreamcast.
And the Dreamcast itself, you go back look at that console with what it could do visually.
It was not bad.
It was it was better than the Xbox and PlayStation 2 and the GameCube.
And the original Xbox sucked.
But if you think
I'm
about
amazed
it,
they got past the Xbox One. Or, one in the sense of the original.
yes. But if you think about it, like if Sega did not screw things up with the Saturn North American launch, they might still be in the
It may
hardware
still be in there.
as a hardware manufacturer. Because Nintendo kind of struggled with the GameCube.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation really gained momentum during that period.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 was, being the whole it's you can watch movies on it and play your existing PlayStation 1 games.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to go a long way in helping. Although I do kind of wish they would move the DVD Blu-ray component part of it, because those consoles would end up being cheaper, or at least in theory. It's like, with the way they jacked up prices, makes me grateful that I got it for as low as I did from Striker.
And my cousin was about to go buy one. His plan was to buy one in the next week or two, and prices went up.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, I'm getting one now." Like, Derek, you were never gonna play that thing. Come on, man.
Who knows? Derek probably my issues like, okay, well, stuff that's unique for it. We'll mess with this thing. Again,
Well, he was asking me for suggestions, and I listed off all the exclusives that I have.
like all the major stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's what he was like. I just want to play the Spider-Man game. And to be fair, it's a fun game.
And there's
I don't imagine an open world game being a good game for him to play specifically.
Let me guess. Well, a Spider-Man game where he just wants to dick around and doesn't have to worry about the story. In that case, that's basically everyone. Every single Spider-Man open world game. For
for him though, I don't think that would be a good choice. He needs something a little more focused.
Mahjong.
Because there's tons of side quests. Oh, like Call of Duty. He loves Call of Duty.
Oh, he's on the Xbox. Well, guess what? The Call of Duty is there.
Mm-hmm. I'm certainly not going to tell him to not play a Spider-Man game. It's a good game.
Yeah, that's on my eventual list. I mean, I kind of figured out was like as I transitioned from the PS4 to the PS5 gaming console, it's like we're going to open up with Backyard Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like for the first time we'll experience the legend that is Pablo Sanchez. Like, and apparently they're working on trying to get the like the other games in that series released, like re-released.
Okay.
Yeah. The problem is particularly
cool.
the problem is especially with a lot of the later titles, they had actual MLB players in them.
Mm,
So you kind of have to like negotiate with.
with the PA. They don't have a leader right now.
Oh well, not just the PA, because some players, they can license themselves outright, like individually,
Mm-hmm.
like one Barry Bonds.
Look, I'm trying to make fun of the MLBPA here.
Yes. And I was watching something. Speaking of the MLBPA, I was watching something recently regarding the history of the labor disputes in Major League Baseball, done by Baseball Not Dead. And boy, you would you would think that the Major League Baseball Players Association will not screw things up for themselves as badly as they did heading into COVID year, but yeah.
They got to stick to what they're good at.
Striking out at the bargaining table.
Yeah, they're not good at this.
You didn't exactly have like the best, leader. I mean, just remember what it took for the '94 strike to end. It's damn near a federal government involvement. Like, look, y'all gonna go back to the 1990 agreement, and then you're gonna work something else out.
That's wild.
That it got that far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But think of how far that would have gone. It's like Michael Jordan was kind of geared up to, like, if they got the situation resolved before Jordan went back to the Bulls, it's like you could have seen Jordan potentially making the White Sox game heading into the 1995 season.
What a waste of his talent.
Look, he had all those. We all know the real reason why he retired in 1993 suddenly out of the blue. It had nothing to do with the murder of his dad, because there was an investigation, an ongoing investigation, heading into the NBA playoffs regarding Jordan's gambling. It's like, yeah, we don't need we don't need a Pete Rose situation happening in the NBA with our top player.
Probably not. I mean,
It's like,
not
yeah,
the best idea.
So Mike, it says retire. There was this tragedy with your dad. If you retire now, like you're a guaranteed Hall of Famer at this point. We'll make sure you get in. Let's go do something else for a while, and unique such circumstances allow for him to just like walk back in.
When you're the best, things get pushed under the rug. Water under the bridge.
Yep. Scottie Pippen gets to write a book about it. Does make one wonder though how things would have like turned out a little bit different.
Certainly does if you're an Expos fan.
Yep.
Expos were killing it that year.
Just look at who was on that roster.
Mm.
Andres Colorado at first. Larry
It was
Walker.
absurd.
Larry Walker right. The Marquise Grissom in center. Yeah, what was it? Like they would have. When did they? When did they acquire Pedro from all?
I think he
94.
was there around that time.
Because Pedro was a Dodgers pitcher.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember if they still had Randy Johnson.
No, Johnson was traded
Oh,
to Seattle
gone.
like 89, 90. He was already in Seattle.
Oh. God, if they had just held on with some things, holy shit. They were the ultimate feeder system for the league.
I mean, they got Pedro from L.A. for the Lionel de Shields. Untrue.
They weren't run well financially, but they were run well within its actual player development and scouting. Good lord.
Oh, it could be argued baseball in Montreal could have been saved. Like one of their final years was at 03. They have like this magnificent run or something. Like if they could get like some call ups.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like
They
they
like
could.
traded for everybody.
Yeah, they got what Bartolo Colon.
Cliff Floyd, I want to say.
Yeah, like they put together a fine roster, but they needed like the September reinforcements, and they got fucked. It's like nope, this is your budget. You gotta stay. You can't go over it. It's like shit.
And now Olympic Stadium just sits there as a reminder. Should just level the damn thing.
What is it? Still kept up as like an historical monument or something?
Yeah, I don't think anything really goes on there.
Yeah, now that you guys are doing, they're doing like tractor pulls and monster truck stuff up there. It's like which was the fate for the Astrodome.
Well, we do that here too. My buddy was trying to get me to go to that in the summer. I don't understand why.
Yeah,
It's really cool. They're like super jacked up tractors. I'm like, well, what do they do? Well, they like pull stuff and they race. Okay, but why?
I mean, if they had like Truckosaurus from The Simpsons, maybe. Yes, that's an obscure Simpsons reference, folks. So like,
That was really hard to clean.
at the underside.
Yeah, no, the base, because it's clear.
Ah,
I couldn't tell what I had or hadn't done. It was annoying. We're 6-7. Oh, 6-8.
in 6-9. It'll be fun for everyone.
Mm.
Boy. Finish these. Yep. So some of the cards I have found,
Mm.
it's like and I realize something in particular because I remember there being around where I live because there's like a number of malls within like where they would have had like card shows and stuff.
Mm.
And so I know for sure my younger brother loved going to them. So he would buy like these sets. I don't think he ever looked what was in the sets. It's like, yeah, oh look, there's a bunch of Barkley cards, Jordan cards.
Hmm.
But then so it's like, okay, so my brother clearly did not look inside because, he would have been like in his 8, 9, 10 years old
Hmm.
when all these things, judging by the cards that I was, well, putting in the sleeves last night. It's like, boy, a lot of these card dealers really scammed the fuck out of the kids back in the day. Just going by the number of like duplicates that I saw.
Oh. You know, we didn't really have a place like that other than the flea market, and that's been gone for like 20, 25 years. But that was where you went to get cheaper video games and cards. I think I got a bike there once when I was a kid.
And so,
I missed that flea market. It was neat.
yeah, we had a place by the Pennsauken Mart where, like, you rent the space out, you have your own store, and there
Yeah,
was
it was only open on weekends.
yeah, like, 'cause that's when most people will go out to it or anything. There was a movie theater there in that same general area.
Now it's a Walmart.
I think now it's a vacant lot, which is which is like having a Walmart.
Well, I should be more uh, specific. They leveled the building and built a Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, I just remember that as a kid. That was exciting in December, going to, look for comics and games and cards. Mom, you can pick one. So
hey, Stryker, how's it going?
trying to find Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run or something like that.
I think I found like a couple of King Griffey cards. Nothing spectacular. Some like 98 Griffies. I know I got a bunch of like Pete Rose cards from like the back end of his career, so like 81 to like 85. All right, Stryker says, "Go Rockies!" I do have 2 Rockies hats because of his dad. So okay, well, fair enough. If anything, the Rockies are entertaining. Maybe not for the right reasons, but they are entertaining.
I always liked the Rockies as a kid.
And cool
They did
uniform.
go from, oh yeah, the uniforms were always really cool, but they went from like Larry Walker and Todd Helton to Troy Tulowitzki and Matt Holliday. So, there was reasons to tune in.
Problem is, it's like they really, as much as I hate to say, they should have built them a dome stadium instead of like an open air ballpark.
Yeah, it's where pitchers go to die.
Although there have been some pitchers that pitched well there, just not many.
Struggle to recall the last one who was truly affected there. I guess Herman Marquez did all right. Jeff Francis had a little run there during the World Series year.
Yeah, like they got hot at that right moment, then had that week off because the Red Sox and Yankees.
That sucked.
It's like they were fucking around and finding out. It's like
I was rooting for Colorado in that one.
yeah, because it would have been
Not to
nice.
be-
It would have been nice as like, yes, the Rockies won a World Series before the Rangers or something.
I would have loved that.
Like,
No, I was a big Troy Tulowitzki fan. I was really excited when he got traded to the Jays.
boy, I thought it's like, yeah, this is definitely looking like a one and doneer tonight.
Jesus, yeah. That sucks.
Or whatever the heck is like the next one is, if like if it's a quick.
If it's smaller.
I think I saw something like about a bus or something that popped up as the next job.
Huh.
Oh, Stryker went to see the Mario
Oh,
movie. How was it, Stryker?
heard it wasn't as good.
Yeah,
It has Yoshi.
yeah, I seen some speculation that they want to try and build up enough like character, introduce enough characters so they can do like the ultimate video game movie off of the base off like to adapt the story of Super Smash Brothers to a movie. But you need to kind of like introduce a lot of the characters and franchises bit by bit.
Is that a good thing? I don't know.
Well, the story of the Super of Smash Brothers in general, particularly the Ultimate one, was actually quite good. They've actually done like a great job, at least conveying the story a little bit here. It's like with the first, it's like an overlacking overlord is like, yes, it was a child at first smashing these characters together in combat and whatever scenarios. Then as it got older, the mythology changed. It's like there is a subtle lore to Smash Brothers. And Striker, thanks for the hydration.
I
Especially
don't know
when
much
you
about the Smash Brothers.
Especially when you factor in that the guy who created the Smash Brothers game, also the same guy who made Kirby.
Hmm.
And so as he gotten older, like the mythology of the Smash Brothers game kind of reflected like him getting older as a person. So it's kind of like why like that the Smash Brothers Ultimate, why it was like a big deal. They said like every character is here, and that they was have the ultimate crossover where you had like Solid Snake and Mega Man, and the Final Fantasy characters, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, Sonic the Hedgehog. Like you have all these characters crossing over that they're not. It wasn't just exclusively in Nintendo properties only game. So it was,
Kingdom Hearts is so random.
oh, yeah, because of no. People wanted the Sora character in Smash. It won a poll years ago, but because of all the legal nightwear, Joker from Persona 5, exactly, Striker. Kingdom Hearts is a legal nightmare. Disney owns it, but the all the programming and stuff is owned by Square Enix. And it's like,
Oh, damn, I can't be missing much of this. What's going on? There we go.
so I have kind of figured out some upcoming games that will be featured in April. Like once we're done Life is Strange reunion, which I should be able to finish on Thursday tomorrow's stream. Thomas the Tank Engine will be featured because why not? I'm going to see if I can find like the full version of the Shining Time Station theme, which would be DMCA hell if I open the stream with that. But damn it, or has some generic thing made to emulate that.
Oh, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Feel like I'm glitching up here, but we'll see. Oh no, I'm not.
No, is it from from my point of view? Well, from where I'm standing, you probably says like I'm probably spraying the floor that was already clean.
Hmm. Hey, come on, man. We cleaned that already. No wonder it's taking so long. Quit repeating it. Oh, this is brutal. I can't even see if I've done any of it. Constellations are still up here.
I got them all, or unless my hose or whatnot wasn't. It wasn't
Could
strong.
be.
It wasn't strong enough. I missed the
I will be
spot.
strong for you.
Thank you, Striker. I appreciate that.
I will be strong for you.
And also, but Hades 2 will play when as well. Equal to Hades 1.
Really? Yeah.
Well, sometimes I have to clarify. It's like, yes, we're going to play Hades 2. And I could come across and saying, oh, you're going to play Hades for the first time. No, I meant the sequel.
Oh. Hades as well.
I really like the first one. The first game was a lot of fun. As like, well, I made a mistake when I played the first one. That I did not go for like the full achievements on stream. I completed it off stream because I thought, okay, we'll move on to something else. Well, I'll continue to work on this game off stream, getting all the achievements and stuff. And it's like, oh, like, thinking, well, shit, I should have done this on stream.
Oh well.
So,
Different console.
oh yeah,
Is it only the one?
no, it's. Oh no, I can fix the mistake. It's like I just get the PlayStation version, and which I might do.
If you enjoyed it, then why not?
Yeah, I was like, hey, is that the first time I replayed a game on multiple platforms? Off Mass Effect. Off. But I gotta do a BRB. I will be right back.
Too many coughs?
Uh, Nature's calling.
Oh, accept the charges.
Yes, yeah, I'll be back, folks.
Okay, I think all of that now.
And back.
Feel better?
Yes.
Wondrous.
Yes, indeed. Cracks, have you ever wondered if the dollar bills in your wallet were ever in a stripper's butt crack? But you're wondering now. Have a nice day.
Well, we don't have dollar bills anymore, so beautiful. We can't make it rain, we can only make it hail.
Points?
Mm-hmm. When we give anything to a stripper, it's got to be 5 or higher.
Inflation, baby.
Mm-hmm. Also, strippers, that's gross.
Good. Talented dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not going to discuss. People need to make a living. Yeah. Have I seen the PlayStation?
Yeah.
What Striker's about to ask. Have I seen the PlayStation Plus games for April? I have not, Striker. What are
What
they?
may they be? Yeah, let's get a different topic going.
Yes. Yes, we cover all topics here. Some more seriously than others.
The whole, the truth, the whole truth, the naked truth, and nothing but the truth.
There's more truth here than the United States government.
This is a very low bar.
Yes.
I believe honesty is more the word at this point.
Striker says one of them is the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remaster. 1, 2, and 3 remaster.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Here the controls are naff on that.
I heard it's like they give you the option for some modernish controls. But one has to remember some of the... Oh, the one that Striker tried to gift on Xbox. So...
Oh, yeah.
Get that one. One I already have. And because of the weirdness of being unable to gift anything between North American friends...
Yeah, it wouldn't work for me anyway. I do appreciate that you considered me, though.
Which was, you know what's weird? The codes for the, because this is the weird thing. You gave me the codes for the Gears of War games. And those worked.
Well, those were out of the box. Those weren't online codes. Those were codes that came with the actual package.
Still, seems a bit. Seems a
It's
bit.
weird that the package one works, but the non-package one doesn't.
Yeah, because. I don't know. You guys got the Peggy system for like ratings or the. I know there's some sort of like foobar nonsense or what, something or other. Region lock games never make any damn sense to me.
I've seen the Peggy 16 thing, but
Yeah.
I've never. But it's very rare.
Depends on the trailer being released, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, we're actually making some progress.
Yes, I just kept grinding while you were gone.
I've been working on the pillars and some of the
For an
walls.
eternity. Pillars of Eternity? Okay.
Yes, But speaking of PlayStation games, I know that Astrobot game is something that I am going to play. Probably after Backyard Baseball.
Hmm.
Hey, something. As I go through the genres here. Some games I play very mature in content and styling and audience targeting. And we get a raid. It's Oldish coming in from playing Cold Vein. Hey Oldish, thanks for the raid and it's Panda Sweet. Hey, My Little Pony is a very mature franchise.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey Oldish, how is things in Cold Vein? How's the power washing going? We've been on this one job for 2.5 hours.
Give or take, yeah.
A little less than that, but close enough. Even when I started and got the invites going. Hey, Panda.
At a certain age, Lamb Chop's Play Along comes to mind.
This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. One day you started singing and not knowing what it was, and then it kept on singing forever, just because this is the song that doesn't end.
You more or less got it.
The Marlins are 5-1.
Win Casey, baby.
Riker is shocked. Shocked and amazed or shocked and appalled? You be the judge. Aaron Judge.
Well, Sandy Alcantara just threw a Maddox.
How was things in Cold Vein, Oldish? Like, how was your stream? As Oldish typically is on the.
It's pretty strong.
Oldish is typically on those Final Fantasy 14 and the other game he plays, like Path of Exile. At some point, I'm going to mess around with the Cold Vein games. It's on the list. As in, I got it dirt cheap, and now it's just. Oh, Oldish is back to variety gaming until major content comes along for the big MMOs.
Reasonable.
Cold Vein's been on his list for a long time, so it was time he got around to it.
Well, if you've never played Prey, you should try it. It's an underrated gem.
Oldish just got Prey.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh, wait. The Striker, this is the song that does and it just goes on and on. He put down the he put down the lyrics. Thank you.
Started singing
and not knowing what it was.
And they'll continue
singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
My mom hated that. Pissed her off to no end.
But the Oldest just got Prey. He never played it before, so there you go.
Oh, it's excellent. You'll really enjoy it. It's very open-ended. You can go about things pretty much however you want. You can find some of the later on weapons in the first 15 minutes of the game if you're creative in the way you look around. One of the biggest weapons you can get, you find 2 of them in the opening 10 minutes if you're paying attention.
So Odish is excited.
Nice.
You nice mention to see if Kane and Lynch games are backwards compatible for Xbox. They were really fun co-op games. Ah, yes, I'm familiar. I know the legend of the Kane and Lynch games, where it's like what's a game journalist got fired because he gave it a bad review when
That's fucked up.
when the site that he was writing for like was paid a shit ton of money to have it advertised on it, like it's all over the place. Like Kane and Lynch out now. That it was like, and my bad review says like, well, okay, it is what it is. It's a co-op shooter, adventurous game that doesn't really add anything new to the genre at the time. Again, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era. It's one of the more notorious, like, okay, where are the ethics in game reviewing supposed to be? Or we're journalists, or we're pandering to the corporate suits? Which is it?
Yes. Checks the check. Suits.
Army of Two is also fun for co-op, according to Striker.
Never heard of that game.
I know there was Army of Two was the one where it had its sequel, where you had like these. The first game had like two like real unique characters, and in the sequel they just changed it to two generic guys. It was made by EA, so yeah. So the answer to that would be yes, if it is what I'm thinking. Apparently, Dead Space 3 is also co-op.
It is, yes. I've never finished that game.
Oh, you are the Dead Space aficionado.
Well, the first one anyway. I don't really like the second one, and I know everyone loves the second one, but I don't like it. And I clearly, because I haven't finished the third one, my thoughts on that are probably pretty clear.
Oh, the third one's probably best as like a co-op experience.
Yeah, and you can, and at one point the player 2 is seeing things that player 1 isn't.
And vice versa, yeah.
But you can also make yourself look a bit like Ken Shepard in it, if that's of any value.
Isn't the main character of the Dead Space just a generic white dude anyway?
Well, that's most of games from the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah. It's like, hold up a second.
Not really a description at this point.
And I know people say, so wait a second, Commander Shepard is female. Yes, but you got to remember what the protagonist of the Dead Space franchise is. It's like generic white dude number 278.
He's an engineer. And that's his personality.
Not even a Scottish engineer, at least then.
The Duddy Beggs.
Eh. Like, holy shit, this back end just flies along quick. Like, get everything else done, and it's like, holy. Yes. But for those wondering what we're doing tomorrow night here, well, I will be wrapping up Life is Strange Reunion. Because if I'm thinking correctly, what I got left is dealing with the big fire and trying to save as many people as possible. Which probably means somebody's burning in the fire.
You like the fire that burns, the fire that burns inside us.
Like, we didn't start the fire. Oh boy, do I have some opinions on this game. It's like, I really wanted to like it. Like, okay, it has its problems narratively, and not just a temporal mechanic rant I went on last week. The worst thing that could ever happen to a video game franchise: lazy writing to like appease a fan base.
Oh, that could never happen to Gears of War or Mass Effect. Franchises like that, could it?
I haven't done anything. Oh, I mean, and what I mean by lazy writing as relates to Life is Strange, where it's just basically like full on retconning of stuff. It's like, oh, it said this happened. It's like, wait, no, it didn't.
Well, there are a few
There we go.
surprises that pissed me off more than, oh, she's related to the Locust Queen. Who would have thought as she walks around the two games wearing the fucking locust symbol?
Well, you got to realize they're not exactly smart people within within the coalition. By the coalition,
Mm-hmm.
I mean the cogs, and they're scientists and what.
Mm-hmm. Can't buy anything else, right? I think I bought everything.
Oh boy, that took two. That literally took 2 hours and 2 hours and 15-ish minutes.
It went on. Ooh, I can buy some stuff. Put some new stuff in.
It bounced back to the home base here.
Oh, can finally drink my beer.
Finally defrosted enough, huh?
No, I was just trying to get the thing done.
Oh. Up, gotta make sure to address Ulysses,
It's a
Bubbles,
cat. How useful could it be?
Weak. You kind of wonder if those want to be roaming around. Okay, so where is the planetarium? This shelf. Oh, solar system exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom shelf.
Well, what's the next one?
First, let me see if I can get another quick.
Mm-hmm.
Washer equipment. Got 7,000, so that should be enough to give me.
It's the fucking playthrough that never ends. Forget the song. It's a long game. Even with a second person, it's been long.
The heavy water achievement has been unlocked. Own a heavy duty washer with all of its attachments. It's already pre-bought the attachment. But let's see. I got 2,000 and change left here. Go for like the 10,000 is the next one. I see the triple nozzle.
There you go.
See where it's at now. All right, next one is streetcar. Is there an
Well,
achievement?
did you want to start it? It's up to you.
It's a vehicle, no achievements.
It's an inside and an outside.
It's an innie and an outie.
Yeah, sports car.
let me make sure I have my equipment.
There's no achievement, right?
That I saw.
Cool.
Wait, I forget. How do I make sure I switch my...
Select button?
Yeah, make sure make sure I'm using the right... Oh, I...
Yeah, and then it's Y, and you gotta select based on the category of which one you're looking to use.
Heavy duty... Hey. I'll make sure I have the right things selected.
You can go in the menu and get the name of it.
I may have put like the skin on the heavy duty one or something or other, not realizing it. So
I would just go by name at that point. As someone who can't base things on color or design, I go by name.
I keep saying I bought the heavy duty one. Why isn't it switching to the heavy duty one? Urban X2. Well, okay. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Because I have the one and not the other. That explains it. Yeah, that's the ticket. It's a streetcar named Desire.
Unfortunate. Maybe they would have called it something more original.
Yeah, it's a reference. Mark Simpson was in that play.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You'd think they would have given it a more original name.
Ella!
Ed Flanders, baby.
That was a great episode for like the Great Escape with Maggie at the daycare. The whole it's actually one of the greatest sequences. Like, yeah, here's a character that does not talk, but has like some of the more memorable bits of the franchise.
We're already motoring along.
Oh yeah. Compared
They
to
have to do this. Otherwise you're just pissing people off.
yeah, like it needed a veer something short after doing like the massive one.
Oh, we forgot to press the button at the end.
Oh, what? Wait, what button at the end?
There was a button to make the solar system move. I forgot to mention it. I'm just remembering it now.
Yeah, there were tracks and stuff. Clearly on the.
her name Desiree.
Oh, it is the name Desiree?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Hello, Xana Duck. How are we washing today? We are washing... Well, we spent 2.5 hours cleaning a planetarium. It's like... With Xana Duck, you're going to love this. I went to raid you last night.
Faster.
Right as you ended. Huh. And I mean literally right as you ended. It's like the previous time. Oh, you're still playing Silent Hill? All right. Yeah, that's what I get for looking at this to preview and not going into the stream itself. I was just looking at the names of the people who are on. But that's my own fault. Yep, it happens. It has happened to me. You know what also happened to me? I once took a flight and I saw a thing. It was on the wing of the plane. I'm sure somebody will appreciate that reference.
Is that another Simpsons reference? I don't know.
Technically, yes. Terra 3.5 feet from the.
Yeah, the wing of the plane. They strapped Bart down.
Yeah, but it's more of a Twilight Zone reference.
Ah, okay.
William Shatner was in the original Terror at 3,000 feet, back on the original episode, and then in the Twilight Zone movie, John Lithgow played the part. And when William Shatner appeared on Third Rock of the Sun, they actually referenced it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like it's a great callback if you know it. It's like the studio audience did not get the joke, but if you know the joke, if you get the reference, it's like, huh, that's real clever. Because it's not often you will have, like, particularly on a sitcom, actors who have played the same part where it can be referenced in such a cheeky way.
It's kind of neat. Definitely unique.
Especially two very, very different style actors. La 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 la. Ooh, hey.
Bye bye.
I just got the joy of bad eating habits. Yes.
I'm trying to remember when I would have last had a pizza. It's been about a month, which is unusual for me.
Yeah. In my case, again, it's like I try to eat healthy. I really do. Problem is, sometimes things take so damn long. I was like, oh shoot, I don't have the time to like make what will be the healthy option.
I had chicken and salad for dinner.
Yeah. As it says, like I had like one thing I was working on that's like yesterday got delayed because of work. Having like a briefing for something I was already familiar with. Is like, and so that ate up a chunk of my afternoon. So try to catch up on what I wanted to do yesterday. Today, this is not related to the baseball card thing. It ended up taking longer than I expected, and I did not have time to I was so focused on it. Like I did not have time to have lunch or make dinner, so I had to order something out. And it basically got here right as the stream started. So
Unscrupulous deliverers.
yeah, as I said, I'm somewhat lucky. I live in an area where there's a lot of places that do deliver that can make stuff quickly. But at the
We
same
have a lot of restaurants within 15 minutes.
same time as trying to eat healthy. Like just trying to get healthy groceries is a pain in the ass where I live.
Yeah, there we go. That feels better.
Beer?
I was trying to figure out what I was missing. It was on the underside.
Ah.
Like it's gotta be. There we go.
It just gotta be here. Yeah. Finish up Life is Strange tomorrow. Baseball on Friday. Granted, back of the backyard variety. Thomas the Tank Engine on Saturday. We're gonna have like a complete tonal shift for the channel going into April. Or at least heading into the first full week of April.
Well, gotta do something before you start playing Requiem and Pray.
You're funny.
I'm usually just funny looking. That's an improvement.
Just remember, I was the person that took it got like a handful of levels into Dead Space and went like, no, fuck this. Granted, that was the PC version, and it had its own unique controls that were counterintuitive. But the whole...
Well, I will say I don't think Prey is like that. It has moments, but it's not like Dead Space.
Yeah, even that game that was made by the people of Dead Space, who made Dead Space, was not like Dead Space. That's all that people wanted was something like Dead Space.
Yeah, but Prey is very, the story is very good. There's more to it than something like Dead Space where it gets a little, you get your cult, but beyond that.
Like, another cult? Really?
Whereas Prey is legitimate, what is happening here kind of game.
So was Alien Isolation. I didn't last long playing that. You missed that one. I was like half a stream. Was like, yeah, nope. I got myself cornered by the xenomorph. It didn't see me because of where I was standing and where its AI program was limiting where it would go. It was like, well,
fuck that shit, I'm out.
Yep. It's like
I
you.
did the same thing. My Amanda Ripley's been in the same spot for years.
It's like you versus the spiders in Resident Evil 5.
Or 9. Or 3.
Original or remake?
Remake. Well, they're not actually spiders, but I call them spiders because they're kind of spidery.
Yep. Ryder and Ellen from Outside Extra will get along so well.
I'm not 100% sure yet what they're going to make her do, but there's a few options. Will be bad.
Oh, can't be any worse than like their endless Hitman streams.
I like Hitman.
Yes. The game franchise I do want to get into and mess around with, so I'm saying this cheekily. However, you know how weird it is? It's like, it's like I always leave like the YouTube on like auto continue, auto advance or whatever when I fall asleep. Woken up a few times this past week was like random Outside Extra Hitman theme streams. Like, wait, what?
It is random. Watch them do their Resident Evil Requiem run. They just made it to the RPD in the last one.
As long as it's not like Luke's mods for Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne. No.
They did do some mods for Baldur's Gate, which were really funny, and Silent Hill. Ooh, and they had a really good one for Red Dead Redemption. That was very funny. It was fast horses and carts. So every horse and cart was going by at like 200 miles an hour. Crossing the street was just getting them murdered. But it was glitching so hard because of it that they were like catching fire and flying and looking like flaming random monsters flying inside of the building, and it's just a horse in a carriage.
I still think to this day nothing tops the Elder Scrolls mod, the Macho Man Dragons. I've never played. It was like the one that I saw was like they put it to like Disco Inferno. It's like I saw that video like years ago. I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know what I was supposed to run. So you have the music going. Macho Man Dragons all over the place. Yeah.
Community involvement is.
Of course, one could argue anything was Macho Man Randy Savage, which was always going to be epic, or anything that references.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little excitement, snap into a Slim Jim. I will admit, one of the few reasons I actually, well, then again, I did like Slim Jims for a long time too. Like, as the occasional treat.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
Like back in high school, like when if I needed something like quick on the go, if I was running late, couldn't have anything at home, I would stop by at the Walmart, grab like one of the breakfast muffins and a couple of Slim Jims. That would get me through the day. But yes.
Back then, 7-Eleven had a toonie deal where they would give you a bag of chips, a big pop, and a hot dog. So my buddies and I like to do that because it was $2.
That sounds about right. I worked at a place. I worked at a local major newspaper in their circulation department for like about a year and a half, and there was a 7-Eleven right across the street from it. So I would like grab some of like those cheeseburger dogs and a soda for like $2. Good night, Panda. Thanks for dropping in.
Well.
Sleep well.
That and the $2 fries with gravy, chicken joy. or a 2-piece chicken and fries. When you're in high school, that's a great deal.
Yeah. There's a place called Crown Fried Chicken. In some locations branded as Camden Fried Chicken, depending on where you are in my hometown. They do like a 2-piece biscuits and chicken. Or I think these days, I think time goes by. I think they run it for maybe $3 to $4.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Again, U.S. Is I grab that? Did you grab a thing of collard greens and some mac and cheese or a potato salad or something? Like a nice little $10 meal.
Mac and cheese is always so odd here because it's definitely not a Canadian thing. So whenever you are at like a KFC or a Popeyes or something and you get these things, it's always like, this is fucking weird.
Sometimes I come down with how you make it. I mean, granted, with me, it's like, okay, bring the pasta, bring the macaroni or the shells and whatnot to a boil. So after that's done,
okay. I just mean like at a restaurant, like fast food. It's such a strange thing to see. Like I'll make my own macaroni and cheese, but to see it in a restaurant sitting as a side I can get with my chicken, it's so weird.
No, it's probably goes like with the the usual sides, because if they're going for like a southern style meal, yeah, there are certain things you're going to want. At least certain things people are going to want, especially here in the States. People are going to want with that.
And again, not a criticism, just something that's not as common here, so it's just always odd when you run into it.
Although keep in mind, as Americans, we do eat a lot of weird stuff.
I don't even think it's like a weird thing to eat. It's just a weird combination based on other fast food restaurants around here.
Then again, I'm a white guy from Jersey and I like collard greens, so which, depending on the person, can be an acquired taste. I will.
I'm a ginger from Canada who enjoys jerk chicken.
I got the interior done. In here.
I think you got windows, maybe? There's something on this door here, but it might be on your end.
This door.
It's not cleaning on my side, so. I think it's on the inside. Yeah.
Oh, it was the... Where's this thing pointing at? Okay.
Oh, I see it. It's hard to get to, though.
Yes. Narrow ass corridors.
Yeah, that was on the inside. I couldn't get it from the outside. Oh, yeah. Panel.
I forgot to say. Striker forgot to say something for you. There we go.
Oh dear. Do I want to know?
It sucks that that pitcher got hurt the other day.
Yes, it did, because that was a real sad story for the poor guy. I never quite understood why we signed him, although now with 4 starting pitchers on the injured list, looks like bloody genius. But yeah, 4 years out of the league, trying to figure himself out, revamps everything, and his first start back in the pros, bang, ACL injury.
And seeing where they put the train car? Oh, there it is. There's the trolley.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good replica. And what are we following that up with?
Next thing, or at least for next week, it's the salvage house.
Salvage house. That one I don't remember.
And PowerWash Simulator 2. Let's see if there's any achievements there. Salvage. Look like there is any achievement for it. Probably why you don't.
Turn it on and let's see what it is. I don't have to start it or anything. I'm just curious as to.
Okay, looks like it's literally a salvage house. At least we can pop into it, take a quick look.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I can use it for next week's start thumb.
Oh, fuck this house. Oh, no. This is the one that made me stop playing it for like 2 or 3 weeks because I was getting annoyed with it. Just be grateful that I have powerful stuff because everything on this fucking thing requires power.
Oh, good thing I got the heavy duty sprayer.
You bastard. Forgot this one. Very annoying. Very evil. No swearing, curses are fine.
Yes, the curse words. We're just casting a curse on something. The makers of this level
says.
Yes. For they are cursed words. As or the episode of South Park. Where they say the night of 1,000 shits or something or other. They just say the word so often and lost all meaning.
Yeah, like I say, I think I've seen like 5 to 10 episodes of that. So
Probably,
a lot of references go over me.
Must be my South Park references. Kinda, you know, stop fairly early in the show's run. And then the 3 video games. Well, technically 4 because technically more than that because I've actually played 6 South Park video games. The first person shooter.
6.
The first person shooter. That was kind of like on the.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was kind of built on I think the Turok engine or the Quake engine.
Oh wow.
So then there was. Because I think it was the same I think it was the Turok engine because it was I think it was the same developers. Then there was the South Park Rally, which it really is one of the worst kart racing video games I have ever played.
You're a true variety player, sir.
And also Chef's Love Shack, which was one like the party game, trivia game, or whatnot. That had like a bunch of mini games, various trivia and such. All 3 of those games, all of them were released on the PlayStation.
I've only ever heard of the new ones.
Yeah, because And they were the reason why there wasn't many South Park video games for a very long time, because Matt and Trey realized, you know what, we're gonna do some quality control when it comes to spin-off media.
Stick of Truth was far better than it had any right to be.
So you can tell that's like, okay, get all the references, give it like a story, simple gameplay, simple gameplay.
So many nooks and crannies in this one.
I can't pick up the ladder. Oh, there we go.
I think I was standing on it.
All four?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my ladders.
Okay, well, we found a clip of the night.
And I will be playing Phasmophobia tomorrow.
Okay, I cannot get up here using the sniper then.
Why not?
Because jumping from the ladder to get on top of the damn nose cone.
Hmm.
Like I said, we'll get off to a good start with this, and then
It won't be so bad. I was just getting annoyed with this, and there was no achievement attached to it, and I was like, fuck this. I stopped playing for a few weeks.
Then you went back and he says, begrudgingly, you know what? I'm not
I wanted the
gonna.
achievements.
Paul George has 39 points tonight.
My God.
Wow. Well, had 39 points.
Looks like he's actually Paul George again.
That's the time off helped.
Did he tear his Achilles or anything during the game? Because then it would just be an absolutely perfect Paul George game. This guy must have so many corpse ligaments in his legs at this point.
Ah, there it is.
So different playing this one with actually good gear.
Oh. In a few months, we'll learn about the next years of war.
Told you that thing's gonna take forever to come out.
Well, if they're actually giving like say they're going to be announcing like a fixed day for a drop, they're probably going to be announcing its release date.
I would assume so, yeah.
Probably wouldn't be surprised if it's later that week or that same day. No, they're probably going to want to do pre-orders. But if it's
Yeah.
but at the same time, if it hits Game Pass and because Gears of War has them, you know, it's online multiplayer PvP and people love that.
I had to guess, I'd say September.
Here's a good question: when did the Gears? What? I wonder. Gears of War original release date. November 7th, 2006. You want to, if they time it, go with like the 20th anniversary, release it in November.
Yeah. Well, my next guess was going to be closer to 27, so a good track.
So you and yeah, that and my brain working is like, yes, we want to play this as soon as possible. However,
Before I die, you know.
but at the same time, it's like, okay, is there something significant regarding Gears of War where they might want to do something? Okay, is there an anniversary?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mass Effect 1 was what?
7, I believe.
November 20th, 2007. So if they're going to release the next Mass Effect game,
No chance.
20th anniversary next year.
No chance that they get it out by then. I just don't believe in them.
Well, to be fair, it is EA and BioWare, and
Exactly. If it comes out, it'll be because it's half fucking finished.
so it'll be more finished. So it'll be more finished than Mass Effect 3.
I still like that game.
I like it too. I like it too, but let's be honest. When a good portion of its content is basically showing off the multiplayer maps, you don't have the multiplayer mode in the Legendary Edition. Feels kind of hollow, and it really.
I did it once and never went back to it. You tell me.
Oh, you never played Mass Effect? What do you mean you only did it once?
The Legendary Edition. You're talking about the Legendary. I have played it once.
Well, I'm not gonna put it. Mass Effect 3 really benefited from its DLC. It's like
It did, yeah.
because without it,
It's a great DLC.
and not just the Citadel DLC. We're talking Leviathan. We're talking
Indeed.
what was the other one? Citadel, Leviathan.
There was the From Ashes.
Yeah, the Javik one.
And then there
Also,
was...
AKA Prothean, AKA Prothean Commentary Edition.
And Omega.
Yes. Let's all remember that the stuff with Javik was supposed to be in the game. It was on the disc at launch, and it made you paid extra for it.
Can I confirm I had to restart my playthrough?
What do you mean? There's a Prothean character, and that was at that time when there was a. Folks, you want to talk about shitty publisher practices now? Let me tell you something about what happened happened 15 years ago. Let me tell you a little something about Capcom and BioWare and EA.
Bethesda. With the horse armor.
Hold on. Horse armor doesn't count. That's different from what I'm going at here. There was this game called Ashura's Wrath by Capcom. Right? You had to pay extra for the ending. The actual ending was DLC.
Was it actually good?
Oh yes, it was. I mean, I played Ashura's. When I played Ashura's Wrath, I was like, oh, I was like, Gameplay is like you're playing as a very angry god who beats the shit out of everything.
Oh, so
This is,
Kratos.
essentially, you could say it was Capcom's answer to God of War, just from the Hindu perspective.
Hmm.
But it is a fun game. I will say this: as with any type of game like that, there's like if you it's what we'll call like a good vegetative game. As in, if you just want to like beat the holy hell out of something, you load that game up, put it on its easiest setting, and just go to town. It's one of those types of games, a fun game. But this was also at the same
It'd come
time.
with an ending.
Yes, but this was also at the same time when Capcom put out Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the crossover fighting game, Tag Fighter, and it has DLC. And then they discovered that the DLC, much like with BioWare's Mass Effect 3, was on the disc itself.
Hmm.
They also did so. You talk about developers kind of being dicks to players now. Let me tell you, it's been happening forever.
I will say with the Mass Effect DLCs in all 3 games, I didn't mind paying for those because at least I knew it was going to extend the story and give me some decent add-on content. It wasn't going to be something that took 20 minutes. It was going to be something that took 2, 3, 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, it's like, and adding to the content is always a good thing. With maybe the exception of having to pilot the Hammerhead in Mass Effect 2.
So better than the fucking Mako.
Oh, Mako is king. You can jump over walls with the Mako.
Mako was king of fucking drunk driving lessons with Tiger Woods.
It's topical. Wait,
Mhm.
you've seen me play games with driving with good driver controls, and I made a mess of stuff. Or as a Horizon, for example.
Fun game. New
Yes.
one's coming out soon.
Yes, that should be fun to. That should be fun to see all the names of people I know on Xbox who played it. And then see them in races. Often we'll see you, Little Princess, Dante.
At least it makes sense with me. I played the crap out of those games.
So have they.
Probably not as much as me. I even went back to a couple of them recently to pick up more achievements. There's just so many achievements in those games, so it's so hard.
And they keep adding on to them.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are seasonal based, so it can only be done during certain seasons.
Then you have the fact that the games easily get delisted.
Mm-hmm. Glad I bought them.
Kind of make you wonder. It's like, oh yes, oh yeah, this fucking house. It's like, oh yeah, we're not going to start it, and what happens? We get like a third of it done.
Oh, we're still chatting. May as well do something while we chat.
Yeah.
Scrappers. Yeah, that was not what I visualized in my mind
Oh what?
when you said it. I was thinking like an actual scrapyard. And I was like, I don't fucking remember that at all.
Oh, I said salvage house. I didn't say scrapyard.
Yeah, but that's what came to mind when you said it.
You know, probably in terms of terminology, because this. When you think about it, the first game is very, very British, even though it said, "Oh yeah, it takes place in America." Bullshit.
You don't spell tire, right?
see.
You can stop anytime. It's fine.
No, I was just trying to think, like, what jobs on this, based on the job achievement, we close in. Let me check. There are 40 achievements, 29 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are tied to. So, what job achievements are left? Funhouse, shopping mall, town floats. Those are the last three. Those are the last three achievement ones. A lot of them are related to.
Yeah, some of them are attachment based, which you can't do until you get the particular gun and attachment. It's fun.
Yes. Again, use the soap to break it up the grind, make it easier. It's actually useful in this game.
Indeed. Wouldn't work for me because it makes it harder for me to see. I'm glad I don't have to use it.
As opposed to the first game where you actually have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
We will point at this little bit of speck of dust. It will get clean. We will run a single string of water over it again and again. It will get cleaned. Eventually.
Not pay for that damn soap. Like loot boxes in the Star Wars game.
Yes,
like really picking on EA Sports here. Or EA in general.
The problem is.
Keep giving us ammo.
But, well, yeah, the biggest problem is like, okay, they put like pay to win mechanics in those loot boxes, and no.
Welcome to all the lawsuits and banning of games in certain countries.
No, you can't do that. You can't. Oh, it's like lawsuits and stuff, but no, because then they just made the games basically unfair.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing if you're playing a player versus player game, and some people, the whole point is that the sides will be even. I don't know why that came off like Christopher Walken, because I'm hearing myself.
The sides will be even. You know.
I can't do a Christopher Walken, but it's like, as the words left my mouth, it's like, huh, that seems like something.
If you want a fun Christopher Walken role, which is filled with language which is a bit uncomfortable now, Pool Hall Junkies was his version of The Hustler.
I've seen that. I said
Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, and Ricky Schroeder, and Chaz Palminteri, and Christopher Walken. By no means a star-studded cast, but a decent cast.
Hey, By some standards, you could say they're known.
Hmm.
They are known commodities.
It is known.
Go, go back and look at some movies like Cannonball Run from like the early '80s. Yeah, there are a lot of big names in it. Star-studded cast. Jackie Chan too, before he kind of like made it big.
Mm-hmm. Never forget the first time I saw Drunken Master.
I think the first time Jackie Chan caught my attention was like my dad had a VHS of First Strike. I think is this it's the second part of his Super Croc films.
I don't know.
But it was the first one that got adapted for like a North America, like a major like theatrical release in the U.S. because it was a lot more broad with comedy and stuff that could be adapted a lot easier.
Well, the U.S. does like its broads.
Oh, you know what it says like this: comedy does not always translate, language.
The language barrier, yeah. Jackie's great. Probably crippled as hell at this point, but great.
Oh yeah, it's like there's something to him that he can barely walk in, or something about a few months ago that
Believe it.
is like that he like, oh he suddenly aged. It's like, oh, he suddenly aged very rapidly at certain points. Like, well,
That
I
is a
went,
man who was always going to have to live by the motion is lotion concept. If he sits still, it's over.
and he took the reign as of a director, and obviously that's starring roles because just couldn't do it anymore.
That's fair.
There
And
was a
certainly not the style that he was doing.
But you know what? At least he went out with more the dignity. Steven Seagal.
That's a low bar. Last good movie was Under Siege. He just kept going.
I could almost say like Under Siege 2 was kind
I will
of.
say sure, why not? I'll let you have Under Siege 2, but I particularly did not enjoy it.
And again, for a mindless popcorn film, it being set on a train, did it need to be a sequel to Under Siege 1? No.
It reminds me of Speed, where now it's on a cruise ship with Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah, it's like
You
he
really
didn't.
need to do that?
Yeah, he didn't really need to call. He didn't really need to like use the title for like a sequel, because you kind of harmed the original film with.
That film's fun.
Of course, the original Under Siege. You had Colin Meaney. You had Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. It was a good movie.
You had Gary Busey.
Oh, yeah. It's always an event in
I
itself.
know who. It was like an actual Playboy Playman. I forget who. Actually, like the this July in the cake. She was actually pretty good because that was her favorite. Because she was on Baywatch too. She did pretty good as a sidekick who kind of like you know what? She was just here for the birthday party to come out the cake and
He adapted well.
yes.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. That's whenever I say bang, you're dead, that's Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh yes. know I have the I have it on DVD, but I know I have the VHS copy. Random, all my VHS tapes are up in those storage bags up in the living room. Thankfully, those bags are clear. I can just like, okay, where is it at?
You still have a functioning VCR?
Yes, I do. Is it hooked
Huh.
up to anything? Oh, it's not.
No.
I have one. And that's
This felt like a good follow-up question.
yeah. There are some films and things that have only been released either on just VHS or DVD or just once. Some things just never saw the light of day or whatever licensing never got around to getting a re-release.
TV show Third Watch is one that I would love to see brought back in some capacity, but they didn't want to pay for the music rights.
Yeah, that's like a big issue with what was it, Muppet Babies, as a for those who remember that particular animated series. They used a lot of like footage from like major films. There's a number of like, I think in the damn theme song you got like a clip from Star Wars in it. I know for like Malcolm in the Middle, like the WWE gets a piece of like of royalties from it because of like a 2 second clip of footage that's in the opening of the theme song.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because they want to say, oh, pop culture references. Man, timeless. This is set in the 90s. What did they have? They have a piece of footage from WCW of Bret Hart putting Chris Benoit in the sharpshooter, in the sharpshooter during the Owen Hart tribute match from like fall of 1999. So it's like,
A lot of that is bad. Even I know that's bad.
yeah. So I think for a lot of us wrestling fans, it's like, yay. That's a piece of footage that's always being circulated around because of Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. One of the most popular shows of the late 90s, early 2000s, has that in its theme song and its opening credits for its entire run. No one thought about editing it out other than
That was not a show I ever watched.
my brother liked it.
Yeah, I could never get into it. Hilariously, it was Bryan Cranston that made me hate it the most.
Yes, and then he played a role that's the exact opposite of it.
Well, I mean, good for him.
Yes. Although one could realize, and I know that it's been a joke that's been done before, it's like if you watch Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad back to back, it just may seem like he's just playing the same character from one to the other.
Really?
They've actually done like a skit or
I
something.
also haven't watched that. So.
They've actually done a skit where like his Malcolm in the Middle character wakes up. It's like, oh, I had the dream again. Where he was a man. So
Yeah, I just didn't get into either of those shows.
Breaking Bad was like what made things what was it, binge worthy for a lot of folks. So
I don't want my spare time being spent watching a man cook drugs.
I don't want my spare time to be spent watching a man try to justify his existence on a spaceship. Talking about you, Neelix.
I don't know, I found Neelix fairly inoffensive, if not a little annoying.
places we go, like I said, like where do
Gotta keep it different.
where does this conversation go? Iceman,
We don't
down.
Where
We
do we go?
don't. I wanna know what's next.
What's next is I'm probably gonna have to go to the washroom soon, and that'll be the end, I dare say.
Yeah, well, we got half of it done, and we it's like, uh,
My fault for forgetting what it was. Otherwise, we wouldn't have started it at all.
I just followed you sprayed first. I was like, okay, well, guess we're like, are we doing this? Well, guess so.
I just started spraying while you were toying about, and then it just continued. I like to keep moving.
Like, hey, you know what? No one's ever going to break your stride. They're ever going to hold you down. Oh no, have to keep
I've
on
got to
moving.
keep moving. Much dance, good lord. Oh, right, you guys don't have much. Never mind. Oh,
Much what?
much was RMTV. Much music.
Fine. I think this is a good spot to call it.
Fair enough.
Help a little bit there if I get a maybe one more little thingish. It's like just one more thingish done. Just one more.
The OCD of it.
Yes. All right. So before
Believe me.
we do the whole damn thing, make sure you. Oh, you wait. This game actually has manual saves.
Really? That's random.
Yeah, I just noticed. All right.
Almost seems pointless.
All right. So before we end up doing the whole house and being here till like 3 in the morning, because we can possibly go that long, but being fair, mature adults want to set a good example for people. Oh, bullshit.
Yep. Oh, yep, now I do have to pee. Alright, I'm going to bid you adieu.
All right. Have a good night, sir. Sleep well. As
Mhm.
always, thanks for being a
You
part of
too.
the chaos and what
Mhm. Thanks for having me, and have a good one.
you do, sir. As we get that going, let's do the proper shutdowns. 7 things on my wish list are on sale. Right. But yes, indeedy. Hell of a night, folks. Hell of a night. Of course, we got things done. Boy, that planetarium job took a while. But yes, tomorrow night we more likely will finish. We will finish up Life is Strange reunion. Friday night we start backyard baseball. Saturday night, Thomas the Tank Engine. Because I'm just that random. So we're gonna swing over to Zone Sama, who is watching. They got Cecilia Little Wing has Double Dragon the movie up. Look towards the back end of it. So head over that way. Thank you very much for hanging out, folks. Much appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow for the wrap up the things with Max and Chloe. Good night, folks.